All right, this is Rude Speech, man. We got Captain Tower in the building. Yeah. So, Cap, man, let us know where you from.
Yeah, I appreciate you having me, man, on Rude Speech, man. I'll break it down right quick.
Don't forget it. One West in my brain, one West in my heart, one West when I finish, one West when I start. Big shine. Big glow, I be gone till November, let my bitch know. I'm back by the winter, bubbling like Crisco. I need my pockets all swollen like a lymph node. Talking out the side of your neck, get you a slit throat. I stay broke, don't care if I got $1 million. Looking down on me, I put your brains on the ceiling. Fuck kicking down the door, we bout to demo the building. Fake cats all in these groups, I wonder who ya. Shoot ya off your pulpit, hallelujah. 4-pound gun youngin' down like it's a cougar. On my feet, combat boots, or is it Puma? Words spreading around about me, none of it rumor. All truth, very big facts, very large caliber on very small gaps. Compact pistols, ladders, and all that. About to throw the switch in the Nina for rapid fire. Got the 5.7 equipped with the magnifier. Boom shakalaka equipped with the rim rocker. We ain't really got beef, yeah, Ramak would have been shot you. The best rhymer since Pac and Big Papa. Big llama, big juice, I'm Big Jamba. Quarter tank of gas, I ride like a big timer. No informer, no sweat, not inside of my conglomerate. Wreck like King Kong. No Asian pun me, no chink in armor. Remain calm throughout pain that bring drama. Stay focused on things that bring karma. Took all pressure, applied and made diamonds. Stayed true, kept shit pure, my name honored. Paid all dues and debts and kept promise. Make sure you show respect. Pay homage that I'm one West bred, one West bedded, one West pumping through my blood. Don't forget it. One West in my brain, one West in my heart. One West when I'm finished, one West when I start. I said I've been one West bred, one West bedded, one West pumping through my blood. Don't forget it. One West in my brain, one West in my heart. One West when I'm finished, one West when I start. I'm the hottest on the market, don't make me start it. I'ma pull up in a Spider-Man and Peter Parker. I remember days was trapping out the apartment. Now one West about put me up in a starship. About to fly the friendly skies in this bitch. Spit the truth on the corners, I lie a little bit. I'm a stand-up nigga, I die before I switch. Down, no we up, I'm cool with who I with. I'ma be war the king and stay dangerous. Hold down the biz and fam, remain blameless. Now rappers drippy with styles we made famous. First with studs and spikes in any city. Designing charge a stack for shit that can't fit me. Had fringes on my coattail way before Jimmy. Funny how the general ain't even see a penny. Better show respect, get smoked like a chimney. Keep my name out your mouth, don't even think it. Send a real Smith at y'all, know Jada Pinkett. Both ball heads, my grain of $1.50. Lost my man to the game, that pain that stuck with me. Had to find a cheat code to the street though. Cause the niggas getting fouled, shoot you like a free throw. Keep spitting acid like a Mino. And the nigga be the nicest with a mean flow. Try to ride my wave, you gon' need a speedboat. I'm hot like 100 degrees in a peacoat. Scarf in the sweater, I embark every letter. It's UPK, not a part, but together. Homie, I've been one West bred, one West bedded, one West pumping through my blood. Don't forget it. One West in my brain, one West in my heart. One West when I'm finished, one West when I start. One West bred, one West bedded, one West pumping through my blood. Don't forget it. One West in my brain, one West in my heart. One West when I'm finished, one West. Yeah. Cold shit. I ain't come with goons, but I'm well connected. Walk in the room is pop, 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 like you got rejected. Yeah. Let me see if you qualify or not. Spinning up in a tinted truck, riding around your block. Busy man. I get a word, he ain't this shit from top to bottom like a motherfucking ceiling fan. Hopping out the rental van, on my way to LA. Brothers out in Cali and they killers out of every set. But I ain't crippin' on no blood. One West, all my niggas got it out the mud. Put your face on a t-shirt, memory of niggas acting tough in them songs, that's the drugs. I don't need no cases, all my pistols clean. So now I weigh my options. Used to use the triple beam. Used to get the wop, mix it with the nicotine. Now I travel state to state and put on for my team.
The fuck wrong with them? Ain't on my level, I should let my dog get them. I see niggas and they feelings all feel. Keep the Glocky with me, it was like a ball with it. Me at the end, I gotta stay patient. They hate me, Lord, I gotta stay dangerous. You one of them? Yeah. What's the problem? I'm one west, go to war with everybody. Cut the grass for the snake, fuck the gossip. Front line with them soldiers, that's my posture. Gun drawn, trying to curse an imposter. Shit get out the pocket, go to war with everybody, yeah. Shit that hate, make it to the featherweight. Niggas claim they hard, but they sweeter than a dedication. Hold on, think it's time to introduce. I'm a man and a beast and a stepper and a ruler. Hold on, and a G and a soldier and a mover. Hold on, and a killer and a prophet and a shooter, nigga. Trying to stay humble, my shit crazy. Cult leader, need the blue stripes, no brick baby. Can't be serious, you a funny boy, young fly. Look wrong, must be a dummy, I ain't gun shy. Fuck that little bitch, she a hook. Nigga swear he to go, bring him to the bush. The fuck wrong with him? Ain't on my level, I should let my dog get him. Niggas in their feelings, I don't feel them. Kid the Glocky with me, it was like a ball with it. Yeah, at the end, gotta stay patient. They hate me, Lord, I gotta stay patient. You one of them? What's the problem? I'm one west, go to war with everybody.
I'm from Philly, you get hot, you catch a cold case. I'm one west, these brothers trying to set my soul straight. They done turned me to a prophet from a demon, and I'm locked in this shit and I ain't leaving. Never ski mask transform to war mode like I'm Voltron. Stamp on my head and my chest from the most high. Put something tight around your neck like a bow tie. Got my niggas waiting charged up like they phone died.
Red letter, drip clean, it looks so fly. Claim he riding, that's why I left his ass roadside. He gon' die, skyscraper to a nosedive. 9mm plus P, fuck a 4-5. The fuck wrong with him? Ain't on my level, I should let my dog get him. I see niggas and they feelings, I don't feel them. Keep the Glocky with me, it was like a ball with it. Me at the end, I gotta stay patient. They hate me, Lord, I gotta stay dangerous. You one of them? Yeah. What's the problem? I'm one west, go to war with everybody.
Culture.
Wave that one west, cover out that window. Let them know I'm coming with my kinfolk. Red letter, ski mask on, but I don't really ski though. Bullets ball head like they going through chemo. I slide on them Tony Hawk type. Better get your thoughts right. Jumping high on walls, this ain't Fortnite. Red dot, it kinda make it way too easy for a headshot. I put you under wing, it turned into a headlock. I told my niggas think it's time to put the pressure on. You bring that paper, told her throw a little extra on. We go to war and see, I murder one, you murder two, it ain't the same degree. Better up into a capital offense for them dollars, but it really don't make sense. Guns behind tents with some liquor and we riding down the freeway. Slide on them, spin the block and replay, so we slide again.
You know my position, I'm on standby. Ain't no competition, it's a landslide. Or you a rider, motherfucker, ride again. You said you slide on them, nigga, slide again. Niggas claim they hot, but we been fried. If they ain't one of mine, so they ain't tied. Or you a rider, motherfucker, ride again. You said you slide on them, nigga, slide.
We got this mapped out. Niggas selling wolf tickets, not living what they rap out. Said he gon' ride, too emotional, he'll crash out. And I ain't boxing, wrestle with this cannon, you gon' tap out. 100 troopers in the building, turn this shit into a blackout. We both come from the mother, why you tryin' to do me dirty? He cut himself off, we let him rock, he ain't worthy. You playing ball courts, throwing number like a jersey. While niggas folded like origami, I kept it sturdy. Told my son he got the blood of a king, he ain't got a word. They gon' cross you like a Christian, it's better to learn this early. They be watching, trying to copy, asking questions, trying to learn me. I ain't in the back and forth if the business don't concern me. Catch the wrath from my anger, I be trying to give a mercy. As the angels keep me covered, I'ma slide, they might have heard me. They playing with that fire, get too close, it's gonna burn me. We ain't never looking back, moving forward, it's the journey.
You know my position, I'm on standby. Ain't no competition, it's a landslide. Or you a rider, motherfucker, ride again. slide again. Niggas claim they hot, but we been fine. If they ain't one of mine, so they ain't time. Oh, you a rider, motherfucker, ride again. You see this slide? Look, little nigga, I'm made. All these rappers soft, claim they all cut from a hold of a clove. I'm the one with the blade. Untamed gorilla, keep your hands out the cage. I'll be standing on they neck, one west to the grave. You can keep your mercy, nigga, I ain't worried. Revenge call me buddy love, I call her Miss Purdy. Nigga try to blitz, I'm going 730. I'ma shake the whole room like Big Shirty. Nigga say one war, it's whatever, buddy. Glock fully loaded, you know these letters bloody. Come for me, you a bitch, homie. Boy, I'm realer than your big homie. 144, yeah, the one and only. And you know I keep this blick on me. Body slam you like Mick Foley. I got that black out on my arm, play that bitch like a violin. Say me try me once, nigga, try again. You know my position, I'm on standby. Ain't no competition, it's a landslide. Oh, you a rider, motherfucker, ride again. You said you slide on them, nigga, slide again. Niggas claim they hot, but we been fine. If they ain't one of mine, so they anti. Oh, you a rider, motherfucker, ride again. You said you slide on them, nigga, slide again.
Wave that one west, cover out that window. Let them know I'm coming with my kinfolk. Red letter, ski mask on, but I don't really ski though. Bullets bald head like they going through chemo. I slide on them Tony Hawk type. Better get your thoughts right. Jumping high on walls, this ain't Fortnite. Red dot, it kinda make it way too easy for a headshot. I put you under wing, it turned into a headlock. I told my niggas think it's time to put the pressure on. You bring that paper, told her throw a little extra on. We go to war and see, I murder one, you murder two, it ain't the same degree. Better up into a capital offense for them dollars, but it really don't make sense. Guns behind tents with some liquor and we riding down the freeway. Slide on them, spin the block and replay, so we slide again.
You know my position, I'm on standby. Ain't no competition, it's a landslide. Oh, you a rider, motherfucker, ride again. You said you slide on them, nigga, slide again. Niggas claim they hot, but we been fine. If they ain't one of mine, so they ain't time. Oh, you a rider, motherfucker, ride again. You said you slide on them, nigga, slide
We got this mapped out. Niggas selling wolf tickets, not living what they rap out. Said he gon' ride, too emotional, he'll crash out. 9 boxing, wrestle with this cannon, you gon' tap out. 100 troopers in the building, turn this shit into a blackout. We both come from the mud, but why you tryin' to do me dirty? He cut himself off, we let him rock, he ain't worthy. You playing ball courts, throwing number like a jersey. While niggas folded like origami, I kept it sturdy. Told my son he got the blood of a king, he ain't got a word. They gon' cross you like a Christian, it's better to learn this early. They be watching, trying to copy, asking questions, trying to learn me. I ain't in the back and forth if the business don't concern me. Catch the wrath from my anger, I be trying to give a mercy. Ask the angels keep me covered, I'ma slide, they might have heard me. They playing with that fire, get too close, it's gonna burn me. We ain't never looking back, moving forward, it's the journey.
You know my position, I'm on standby. Ain't no competition, it's a landslide. Oh, you a rider, motherfucker, ride again. You said you slide on them, nigga, slide again. Niggas claim they hot, but we been fine. If they ain't one of mine, so they ain't time. Oh, you a rider, motherfucker, ride again. You said you slide. Look, little nigga, I'm made. All these rappers soft, claim they all cut from a hold of a clove. I'm the one with the blade. Untamed gorilla, keep your hands out the cage. I be standing on they neck, one west to the grave. You can keep your mercy, nigga, I ain't worried. Revenge call me buddy love, I call her Miss Purdy. Nigga try to blitz, I'm going 730. I'ma shake the whole room like Big Shirty. Nigga say one war, it's whatever, buddy. Glock fully loaded, you know these letters bloody. Come for me, you a bitch, homie. Boy, I'm realer than your big homie. 144, yeah, the one and only. And you know I keep this blick on me. Body slam you like Mick Foley. I got that black out on my arm, play that bitch like a violin. Tell me, try me once, nigga, try again. You know my position, I'm on standby. Ain't no competition, it's a landslide. Oh, you a rider, motherfucker, ride again. You said you slide on them, nigga, slide again. Niggas claim they hot, but we been fire. If they ain't one of mine, so they anti. Oh, you a rider, motherfucker, ride again. You said you slide on them, nigga, slide again.
Camp van. I got the camera bag, I'm the cameraman. If shit getting active, I'ma stand it down. We taking ground, call the ambulance. That shit go left, right, left, right, left, right, left. If shit go left, you best get right, or you'll get left. You got that. If you got a problem, we'll handle it. Niggas acting hard, you better stand on it. We on every corner, we stamping it. You better get your life for this camp shit. We ain't playing around, there's no cowards, dog. If niggas charged up, you get powered off. Rude of speech, keep it raw. It ain't my fault that you niggas soft. It ain't my fault that these niggas frauds. Ain't my fault that them niggas rats. If your colors fly, you don't get that shit go left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. If shit go left, you best get right, or you'll get left. You got that right. That shit go left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. If shit go left, you best get right, or you'll get left. You got that right. That shit go.
B-Raw, wanna go to war, gotta hop into the van. Tryna cut the semen, something you don't understand. Getting checked from my betterment, better take it like a man. Nigga, how you walk away for camp? If you willing to die, you better be willing to stand. Take a trip around the world, see a bunch of corners held by them UPK niggas. All them UPK niggas go to camp. And I'm on Shamar head hanging out the car. Wonder when I pull up straight to the battlefield. And I'ma make sure niggas make it back home. Say, nigga, what you thought? With anything moving, I be on. Gotta remind them, we nothing like them niggas that you saw. If you hear back up, that'll be your last time to get out the way. The price to pay before.
That shit go left.
Nah, for real though.
Right.
B-Raw.
Left, right, left, right, left, right. If shit go left, you best get right, or you'll get left. You got that right.
Serious, and you're looking for a Christ man, the one who anointed with the Lord, with the Spirit of the Lord, to do His will. I'm that nigga.
One West, 125th Street. Look, y'all put y'all faith in presidents like they gon' change this country. Run the league and let y'all play cause y'all gon' make a money. Fuck Obama, he ain't come here on cargo slave ship. What the fuck he do for blacks in his administration? I'm waiting, patient like a saint. Black, Hispanic, Native, they hate your ass the same. Paint Christ in they image, paint you as a slave. God ain't all love, scriptures say he hate. African soul niggas, they know we not the same. School to prison pipeline to get you off the streets. Put you in the cell toilet connected to the sink. Molested as a kid, she prostituted as a teen. The byproduct of Martin Luther King dream. They just took the yoke off, my nigga, we ain't free. We living bleak in these wastelands of poverty. If you don't know the truth, then the lies sound promising. Prophecy, gift and a curse. Dylan started killing, they was sitting in church. Black folk forgave him, man, this shit is absurd. You should never love your enemy, that shit ain't gon' work. Yeah, fuck dying on your knees, you better die in glory. Man, I joined the UPK, taught me the art of war. I took a nigga life like mine to be recognized. I can't be reconciled. Pops banging, my sister a prostitute. My brother got life, and somehow I still found the truth. War ready, no cowards, no excuse. Fuck reparations, you can't bandage no open wounds. Blood on the leaves, body swing hung from a noose. I was on a run in Nashville when I found the truth. I called the school, classes being held by the shot. On my life, I want to be a gangster like a cop. Do this for my brothers, real brotherhood. Everything we do, we got it out this book. My nigga, I can never be no African. UPK the only authorized acronym. I'm passionate about my brothers and sisters. We in hell, I ain't got nothing against them. That's another religion. If it ain't under your honor, ain't me murdered by them and got a hug from your honor. That's the way out for a coward in my observation. They don't fear the Lord, they indoctrinated. Wolves in sheep clothing, Joe Osteen. Real priests bringing back black royalty. One West on my headpiece, ranking order. Can't let them trick me off the streets, I gotta raise my daughter. I got brothers at the border ducking ice agents. I got the name change, it was life changing. My family thought it was a game, put on all black, they said I was going through a phase. It's more of us in jail than it was slaves. Chose by the Lord, we could never be the same. Soon as they born, the wicked go astray. They left the truth, they wasn't with us anyway. Niggas weak, they just saying anything to be truthful. We don't want no cowards anyway. Look, coronavirus, that's a plague. You don't get too much sleep when you waking up the dead. First camp, I cut off all my dreads. I took an oath when that oil hit my head. Niggas capping like they lids. I'm a priest, I never stick no fork in no pig. I was dead till I found out how to live. This brotherhood taught me how to be a man. I came back to my roots, I had to dig. A couple gaps I had to bridge. I got a rib, I'm married to this work. You wanna serve the Lord, he ain't in the Christian church. Came back to my roots, I had to dig. A couple gaps I had to bridge. I got a rib, I'm married to this work. You wanna serve the Lord, he ain't in the Christian church.
Really serious.
Let me get this on. Let me get this on.
Ready to rock, Ephraim? Getting it on? Yahweh Shem Yahushai Barakatham. Yahweh en el nombre de Yahushai te bendiga. Yahweh en el nombre de Yahushai cuide sobre ti. Mi nombre es General. Estoy al servicio de el General Yohana. Bienvenido. Gracias por sintonizarse esta noche. Nosotros somos la Escuela Israelita de Conocimiento Práctico Universal. Comenzamos en 1 Oeste Calle 125, Harlem, Nueva York, desde 1969, debajo del mando de el General Yohana. Canales, esta es la verdad. Si tú eres hombres hispanos, negros o indio nativo, tú eres Israel, el pueblo elegido de Dios. Tu madre y tu padre dicen que somos un culto y metieron su iglesia sin culpa, pero su iglesia es culpable de todo lo que nos están pensando. Órale, Akin, let's rock and roll. I'm ready to go. Estoy aquí y estoy para trabajar. I'm ready to rock. Let's do it, Akin.
Most sign Christ, sir. A quick shout out to the zones joining us, if I could. We got Colleen with us.
Oh, Big Texas, Colleen, I see you, Warrior. Good to see you again. Good to see you. Go ahead.
We got Milwaukee joining us.
Milwaukee, I see you, Milwaukee. Te veo, I see you.
South Carolina is here with us.
South Carolina? South Carolina. Good to see you, Warrior.
And
And of
Florida's
course, we
joining us.
broadcasting straight out of Jerusalem, Harlem, New York. Who else? Florida, Beta Gate. Good to see you, Warrior. Harlem.
And Florida has a
Get it
question,
on,
sir.
Akim. Listen, today, I'm sorry. Florida
Oh,
has a
Salaki,
question.
sir.
Go ahead.
No, Salaki, sir. Go ahead, Baba Shah.
So I was just going to tell the brothers and sisters, today we're going to go over the Purple Pigs, your baby's mother's favorite Israelite group, the IUIC, and we'll go over the wheat and the tares breakdown. The wheat and the tares breakdown for years, probably my entire service and before under Commanding General Yohana, fake Israelite groups have always broken down the wheat and the tares breakdown to include the other nations. Because although they attempt to say that they're different than the Christian church, eventually because of greed and money and lust, everyone is Christian. Everyone catches the disease. And for years, they've always used wheat and the tares breakdown to include the other nations into their organizations that they claim do not include the other nations. I'll break it down for you today, show you what the wheat and the tares breakdown is actually about. We'll go over that. What else, Ephraim?
For America to get better, things have to go bad for white people.
That's the truth you just said. For America to get better, things have to get worse for white people. That's your title, Ephraim. For America to get better, things have to get worse for white people. I believe even white people will agree with us at the end of this class. It is really, it's irrefutable. You can't refute it. You can't deny it. You can't argue against it. If you love America, then you must pray for things to get worse for white people. All right, and I'll explain in a second. Let me just try to get some questions. Florida Gatorade, I'm happy to answer your question, brother, whenever you would like.
Khan Wakan, General. Can you hear me?
Absolutely.
Hey, Shalom. Yahal Bashim Yashar Barakatah, General. What's going on?
Good to see you.
Salak, yes, sir. I got a question on Matthew chapter 18 and verse 10.
Mm-hmm.
And the question is where it says they're angels.
They're angels, okay? Go ahead.
Khan Wakan. I'll start at verse 9, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Matthew 18 and verse 9. And if thy eye offend thee, pluck it out and cast it from thee. It is better for thee to enter into life with one eye rather than having two eyes to be cast into hellfire.
You understand that? Do you need this broken down? Are you good to go with
you
this?
Could. You could.
Right down. Okay, this is talking about focus. Focus is something that most people don't think about. Even people that believe they are giving a thing focus, when they examine themselves by how the Bible tells you to focus, what you'll find out is that you are not focusing at all. You have to focus to the extent that you will exclude anything that takes away from the achievement of your goal. That's focus. To be able to exclude those things. The Bible says, if thy right eye offend thee, pluck it out. Now, this is a metaphor for having a cancer in your body. So that's the metaphor. Think about having gangrene or having eye cancer, which shows you also how intelligent the brothers and the sisters were back then, even about medicine. Even back then, they knew that if you had certain diseases like eye cancer, cancer of the eye, right? It was better for you to pluck out your eye so that you would save the rest of your body. So just imagine having gangrene or some disorder where it's spreading from your feet. And it's better to cut off your foot, even though your foot is very important to you. You need your feet, but your feet are not as important as the rest of your body. So you sacrifice that foot. You sacrifice that eye to save your life. Now, why is Jesus Christ talking about this? Because to serve him, you'll have to focus to the extent that you'll have to exclude your family. You'll have to get rid of them. You'll have to not call them anymore, not talk to them anymore. Hopefully, you don't have to. Hopefully, your family is not destroying you. If your family is not destroying you, then keep your family. Call your mother every day, your brothers and your sisters in the world. Talk to them all the time. You see, Christians are intolerant of the UPK, but we are not intolerant of Christians. The members of our organization talk to their Christian mothers, talk to their Christian fathers, and we never tell anyone you can't go talk to your mother, but your mother will tell you not to talk to us. She will do that. Your family is absolutely intolerant of you joining the UPK, but the UPK is completely tolerant with people outside of our organization. But there are some of them that are going to push you back into drug addiction because it helps them to relate to you better because they're drug addicts. Some of them will push you back into sexual deviance because it makes them feel better about their own sexual deviance. Many of your family members don't want to see you get healthy. They don't want to see you change because the change that you make in yourself shines the light on the fact that they also need to change. So they're going to encourage you to get high. It's a shocking thing, brother. When I was young, I would have never imagined that parents would want their children to get high. Like that would have been something to me that I would go, damn, mother. Clearly your mother is happy that you're off of weed. Not every time, brother. Not every time. Clearly your mother is happy that you're not selling drugs. Not in every case for you. A mother like that, it's better that you cut her off. Do you understand? That you don't talk to her because her influence will destroy you. That's your breakdown. You understand?
Wakan, sir.
You need more.
And verse 10, sir.
Go ahead.
Wakan. Take heed that ye despise not one of these little ones. For I say unto you that in heaven their angels do always behold the face of my Father which is in heaven.
Yeah, well, Jesus Christ is using another metaphor. He's also showing you how 2,000 years ago that the Israelites under Jesus Christ hated child molesters, hated them, and believed that they should be put to death. It's right here, and Jesus Christ is saying, this is another metaphor. The first metaphor was about having, eye cancer or some reason to pluck out your eyes so disease doesn't spread. This metaphor is about a child molester, a child abuser. And Jesus Christ is comparing people who hurt people in the truth to child molesters, because everyone knows what should happen to a child molester. Jesus Christ knows. He's about to say it. If you hurt one of these little ones, it would be better that a millstone was tied around your neck and you'd be thrown in the river, because that's what a child molester deserves. Now, this is what people in the world better realize. Jesus Christ considers us his children. He considers us his little ones. You're not allowed to harm members of the UPK. That will not be accepted or tolerated in any way. That's the point of this. Why? Because there are angels that watch over you. You might think that the General Yohana's men don't have protection because we're not in a 70,000 seat arena that Christians call a church with $250,000 hidden in the wall. Joel Osteen's church, I think it holds 50,000 people or something like that. It's basically a football stadium, a basketball stadium. When they were remodeling the church, they went into the walls and found $250,000 in the walls of the church. You know what that means? Joel Osteen knew. He ordered the remodeling. He knew he was remodeling. He knew that they were going to tear down the walls. Do you know what that means, Gator Bait? That they just forgot that money was in there. They just forgot. Otherwise, Joel Osteen would have got the money out before the remodeling began. He just lost $250,000. And then when they opened the wall, he said, oh, goddamn, I forgot that was in there. Well, see, Christians don't think we have protection because they have money for all the lawyers, because they can pay presidents. They can pay off presidents and then invade the Congress on January 6th and then get a pardon and get money from the government for their inconvenience. You see, Christians and white supremacists, they don't think that the men of God have protection because we don't have Donald Trump in our pocket, because we don't have mayors and congressmen in our pocket, but we do have angels that are watching our backs. And they stand before the Lord and say, the Florida school is under attack. Brothers down in Florida need your help, Lord. Before you know it, some disease comes through Florida, some ailment, some pandemic, something happens, brother, that makes your enemies go to the great by and by. You understand? You go before the Lord's judgment seat. That's what happens. I've seen it happen. I tell brothers for years, being Commander General Yohana's enemy, brother, is like Vegas. It's a gamble. It's a gamble. Everybody understands. That's what this precept is about.
Yes, sir. The water, sir.
No problem.
Okay, so we have a few questions in the comments. Officer Sarbakad asked, Shalom, General, if I may, what's the best way to cast out the demon of fear, and are there any precepts?
Yeah. True love casts away fear, brother. The best way to keep, so many people think that to cast out fear, you have to become more callous. You have to become more cruel. Think about it like going to jail or going to a terrible school. So your father, who's, you know, he might not understand how to get rid of fear, so he tries to toughen you up. A lot of these white people with terrible self-esteem, it's because they had fathers that taught them a false sense of masculinity. They teach an insecure little white boy how to be tough. And in essence, all they do is make him more effeminate. Before you know it, the little boy becomes some gay man that has to go around with a gun calling black people the N-word, because that's all he knows on how to be tough. And he begins to get a sexual arousal from getting in fights with black men and getting black men to beat him up. That's from a cruel father that was trying to teach his son not to be afraid, not to be scared. The Bible says this, brother: true love casts away fear. True love. You give me a mother who's 100 pounds, and let someone try to steal her child or to take her child out of a shopping cart in the supermarket. You will see that mother turn into a lioness right there, with no training, with no weight or muscles, but simply love for that child. And she will devour anyone over that child. So where does she get that from? Has she been trained? Has she been taken out to a woodshed and beaten until she learns not to cry? Has she been given cruelty? Nah. She just loves that baby more than she loves her own life. And she will defend that baby with her life. True love casts away fear. You can give him the precept.
Okay. Okay, I didn't have the precept yet.
The brothers will find it for you. And this is true in every sense. Many people that are cowards or cobardes, they're like that because they've never loved anything enough to be courageous for it. They don't love anything. Right? So because they don't love anything, they can't love the UPK. They can't love the brothers in the school. They don't love it enough. They love themselves. And loving yourself is not real love. Loving yourself is vanity. This means nothing. It means you don't have the capacity to love anything. So your default is, I got to look out for myself. I got to make sure nobody disrespects me. I got to hold on to all my power. That's why the Purple Pigs left the UPK, because they had to hold on to everything they want, because they never could love the school or any brothers anyway. But you find something to love, brother, you find courage in the defense of it. I pray you understand. Rezo entendimientos. That's not the way. What is the word for entiendes? Rezo entiendes. I believe that's right. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. Me entiendes. Understand me is me entiendes, right? So rezo entiendes is I pray you understand. What'd you say, Ephraim?
Oh, I have the precept if you want it, sir.
Go ahead, please.
Okay, 1 John 4:18. There is no fear in love.
You gotta believe that, brother. That's it. Many of you out there, you're scared. You're scared because you just haven't found a thing more important than yourself. And if you're super self-absorbed, it's going to be difficult for you to find something. It's going to be hard because you are just self-absorbed. Self-absorbed people are always full of anxiety, full of jealousy and fear. A lot of you women out there, what you think is love for your husband when you chase every woman away, when you fight women over your husband and you get on fights on Instagram, You think it's because you love your husband. It's not. It has nothing to do with your love at all. You are just so insecure, so self-absorbed that really you need your husband to validate that you're a person. You need his eyes to always be on you and always looking at you. You're so self-absorbed that if he looks away from you, it kills you. So now you have to fight and go through his phone and cut up women and fight women everywhere you go. And no one is fooled to think that you actually love your husband. That's not you love him at all. All right. Self-absorbed people are going to be cowards because they don't love anything. Keep going.
Come. But perfect love casteth out fear.
Perfect love casts out fear. You love your child, you're going to fight for that child. You're going to give up a kidney for that child. You'll give up your life. You'll fight a giant for that child. You'll fight a lion. That's what David did. David, when King Saul asked David, well, why do you even think you could beat this giant? This is a giant. You're a kid. Why do you even think you could do this? Because King David walked into King Saul's tent and said, I'll fight the giant. If I can have your daughter as a prize and gold and silver, I'll fight him. King Saul looked at him and wondered, where did this courage come from? Why do you feel like this? David said, well, my father gave me sheep to tend. And one day a lion came up and tried to steal the sheep. I killed that lion. And then another day a bear came up and tried to steal my father's sheep. I killed that bear. And given the opportunity, oh my king, I will kill this giant just the same. You see, David loved those sheep because his father gave him those sheep to watch over. He wasn't letting anything happen to those sheep, and he's not going to let anything happen to Israel either. It's just finding something that you love. Sometimes, you know what you haven't found? You don't have honor. And because you don't have honor, you can't defend even yourself. You can't defend integrity because you don't have honor. So you'll just compromise everything because it will benefit you. You never love the brothers. You can't defend the brothers. You can't because you just don't love anything. You want to stop being a coward. You want to find bravery, find love, because perfect love casts away fear. Everybody understands. Anything else?
A separate question from the same brother. Shalom, if I may, sir, is Mardi Gras unlawful?
What is Mardi Gras? That's that one where they dance in the street naked?
There's
Okay, if you are in Louisiana and you're at Mardi Gras, you are not sinning. Now, if you're showing your breast and pulling up your shirt, you're sinning. So you want to think about the action. You might go to Louisiana, they're having Mardi Gras, you're standing out there watching everyone in the world. You're not sinning by being in Louisiana during Mardi Gras. But if you're out there showing your breasts, if you're a woman, and you're getting beads and you're having sex with random whores to celebrate Mardi Gras, that's a sin. If you're dressing like a whore for Mardi Gras, that's a sin. One of the sins.
We got a question in the room as well, sir.
So it's lucky, General. It's the officer has answer. Question in Psalms 23 and 5, sir.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to know, what is the table before his enemy? Okay. Right. This is Psalms 23 and 5. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of my enemies.
It's a metaphor for a banquet, a dinner. That's the metaphor. Just like most words in the Bible, they're spiritual. They're telling you, it's describing a feeling. Do you understand? They're using poetic phrases to make you really understand this feeling. So now David at the time is hiding in caves in the mountains, running, starving, hungry. Remember, he was so hungry, he ate the showbread that was only meant for the priest. The priest gave it to him because the priest understood the Lord. And they knew that having showbread for priests didn't mean you should let a brother starve to death. They understood the law. King Saul, however, did not. And he killed one of those priests that gave David that showbread. His guards, his Israelite guards, would not do it. But the white man that worked for him, Doeg the Edomite, He was the only one willing to kill priests of God, and he killed 13 priests or 9 priests. So he's hungry. But he knows that one day, if he endures, if he holds fast to his integrity, he knows one day the Most High will prepare a table for him. So imagine, imagine being absolutely rich. Imagine not living in Brooklyn, but living on a castle on a mountaintop. And imagine it's a high holy day or something, and you're bringing all your family around the table. Oh boy, think about what you have on that table. Curry goat, I'd imagine. Am I right?
That sounds about right, sir. Go.
Jerk chicken, the roti. Oh my God, that provision soup. Oh, I think the provision soup is from Trinidad. You don't have provision soup down there in Jamaica, do you?
Say again, sir?
You don't have provision soup in Jamaica, right? That's Trinidad.
Provision soup?
Yeah, it's a soup the Trinidadians make with all these root vegetables, with the green banana, with the yuca.
Yes, sir. We have that too, sir.
What is it called?
We depends on what's in there. We have chicken foot soup. We put all those provisions in there. We have go ahead soup, Spanish water, we have stuff like that.
Spanish water. Captain Mashak put me on to that. That Spanish water, that goat head soup, the fish soup.
Manish water, sir.
That's it, man. That's what Mashak calls it. Manish water.
Cool.
Man, listen, imagine just a take with everything. Imagine foods that your mother and your grandparents couldn't afford. So they would never have it. Oh, but now you can have it. Roasted lamb, roasted with orange peel and lemon peel all over. All kinds of delicious treats. And imagine this table laid out and your enemy peeking through your window, starving to death, watching you eat. You get the feeling of that, Azahar.
Yes, sir. Absolutely, sir.
That's the feeling. The feeling is, thou preparest a table for me in the sight of my enemies. They have to watch me eat. That's a beautiful day. It's worth fighting for. It's worth suffering now to have that later. I believe you agree.
Yes, sir.
Now, why is that so great? Because what's happening right now, Azahar?
Right now, Donald Trump is having a banquet with McDonald's on TV in front of all of us.
And we're watching them eat.
Yes, sir.
Watching them build a ballroom.
Yes,
watching them enjoy everything in life while we eat provision soup. There's a reason it's called provision soup, because this is stuff that the American government would give Jamaica. It was provisions. It was just the most basic of goods, just root vegetables, potatoes, green banana, yuca, boil it.
Right.
You get my point? It was just enough to survive, which is what provisions mean. Just enough to survive. Well, that was our food. Well, they lived high on the hog. High on the hog. And we watched. We got jealous. We got jealous enough to try to do everything we could to become like them. Oh boy, there's a day coming. They're going to watch us eat a beautiful banquet out. And they're going to be willing to do whatever they have to do to be like us. I know you understand.
The water, John.
Anything else?
If I may, I don't want. Obviously, after us. So real quick, I don't want. I remember you give that breakdown about Fat Tuesday. That's literally what Mardi Gras is. It's French. Mardi meaning Tuesday, and Gras is fat.
Mardi meaning French, and the Gras is Tuesday.
Fat Tuesday, Sir Khan. It's the last day of celebration for the Christian before they get to Lent and leading to Easter. So I remember you gave that breakdown.
Oh, yeah, that all reminds me. It's a religious holiday. You know, it's a religious holiday. You should not celebrate it. How do you celebrate Fat Tuesday? I would assume show your breasts. Is that what they're doing down there? Levi?
If I may, sir, it's intertwined with Carnival, sir, in the Caribbeans.
Yeah, those remind me to see. I think Captain Mashak told me about that too. Carnival down there in Trinidad, where it's a ton of all the customs to celebrate the thing. You can't do that. You can't do all of those customs to celebrate it, because these holidays are based in Christianity. It's based in when Jesus Christ so-called died and rose from the cross. Lent is about that as well. It's a religious-based holiday which you cannot celebrate. So if you're in New Orleans and you're watching it, being in New Orleans during Mardi Gras is not a sin. Now to be out there celebrating it, whatever those practices are, I'm assuming it's showing white people your breasts and getting beads and getting drunk and having sex with random strangers, much like Halloween, is just a riotous holiday. That's the celebration of it. Those things are unlawful. Was that your point, Levi?
Turn out of a gun, sir, because I remember you broke it down, but it was Fat Tuesday. So I know the French, my cousin.
Saying Fat Tuesday, Mardi Gras is Fat Tuesday in French.
Cut out of a cut.
Got it. Okay, perfect. Anything else?
So they have about a week long of like nonstop parades, and some of them they consider more like family friendly than others. But this year there was a story that kind of went under the radar where one of those daytime, so-called family friendly parades, the Edomites on the float went by with a black doll hanging on a noose as the float passed by. Pretty much nothing but black people.
Yeah, they're celebrating Fat Tuesday. They're celebrating it. That's the point. Don't do that. Everybody gets it. Go ahead.
Colleen has a question.
Colleen, you're up.
The water server taking my question. Shalom. Yahaba Shem Yashar Barakatah. I have two questions, sir. It's from two sisters that couldn't attend class today. It's like a real bad storm. The first question, sir, is can a demon change how a person looks? And if so, is it only spiritual or physical also?
It's physical also. Having demons absolutely change the countenance of your face. For a sister, a lot of that baldness that women have is because of the demon that they have. That's in the Bible. Right? Instead of a sweet smell, a stink. Instead of a well-set girdle, a rent. Instead of hair, baldness. Demons absolutely have a physical effect on how you look. You're going to begin to look like, nigga, what happened to you? God damn, you ever see somebody like that? You see him and you go, what are you going through? That's what he's going through. He's smoking. That's what he's doing. He's getting high. Or, he's smoking crack, doing crystal meth, smoking cigarettes. Before you know it, this broad looks like hell. Before you know it, and she's stinking. Why? Because her pH balance is off. What's destroying that pH balance? Crab legs. All of those crab legs are destroying the balance of your pH. God damn it. Do you care about how you smell? Stop eating crab legs. Stop eating shrimp. Stop having cigarette breath. A woman smoking cigarettes. Come on now. Nobody thinks that's attractive. Nobody thinks that looks good. Like a goddamn mechanic. This looks like a mechanic cigarette. What's that? Hanging off her damn lip. Like she's going to change the damn transmission. Makes her look ugly. And before you know it, her skin, her smell, her edges, everything leaves. She looks disgusting. Why? Because she's full of demons. How do you know she's full of demons? If you close your eyes, all you had to know is that she smokes, she gets high, she eats crab and shrimp and lobster. She has demons. Now open your eyes. Damn, I can see it all over you. Yes. And the precept you need is it changes the face of it changes that countenance. What else changes your countenance? When the demons leave. Before you know it, you come in the truth. You stop eating shrimp and crab. Stop getting high. You stop smoking. Before you know it, that pH gets balanced. We are the champions of balancing the pH in here. You take that woman's pH, that pH is like balanced. We know how to make you smell good, make you look good. How? Changing your life. Right? Well, how do you change your life? You got to get rid of those demons. How do you know if you have a demon? You're breaking the law. And breaking the law is not good for you. It's bad for you. So why would you be doing it? A demon is making you do something that's bad for you. Everybody understands.
Kind of Makan, the water, sir. And it's another question from another sister. Her question is, what's the foundation needed to ground oneself so that he or she is not steadily thrown with the wind? She put in Matthew 7:24.
All right, go ahead and read it.
Kanawakan, sir.
Double-minded.
Kanawakan, sir. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 24. Therefore, whosoever heareth these sayings of mine and does them, I will liken him unto a wise man which built his house upon a rock.
So, okay, I'll break this. She wants me to break this down, or what is she saying here?
So the question again was, what's the foundation needed to ground oneself so that he or she is not steadily thrown with the wind?
You just read it. Read it one more time.
The scripture, sir? Yes, sir.
Please.
Matthew chapter 7, verse 24. Therefore, whosoever heareth these sayings of mine and doeth them, I will liken him unto a wise man which built his house upon a rock.
Therefore, whosoever heareth these sayings of mine and doeth them, I will liken him unto a house that built upon a firm foundation. How do you build the type of person that you want to be that will not be moved by strange occurrences in life, by things that chase away other people, right? Most of you can't even handle normal everyday occurrences in life. You can't handle it. You can't handle just average normal things that happen to everybody. When they happen to you, you're falling. You're running. You're scared. All you are is fight and flight. That's you. Fight and flight. You're like an animal. You're like a horse that gets spooked. That's you. Well, how do you become someone better? By hearing what Jesus Christ said and doing it. That's what you do. You're going to have to read that Bible, hear what he told you to do, and then do it. You've been a Christian your whole life, and you wonder why you're such a cobarde. You wonder why. This is why. Because Christians have the Bible, they read it, but they don't do it. So then what do they do whenever something strange happens? They run, they flee, because they don't do what Christ said to do. Well, if you want to become someone that can stand your ground, give me that in Spanish and in French. Give me someone that can stand their ground. You're going to have to read it in the Bible. Oh, I read in the Bible where Christ said, keep the law. Okay, then I can't eat pork. I can't eat shrimp. I can't leave my man because he has another woman. But I want to run. My man got another woman. This is the first time this has ever happened in history. No woman has ever had a husband to get another man. Get another woman. I have to run. I have to leave him. And by the time you leave your fifth man, you're sitting there like, well, shit, I guess I'll try lesbians now. Maybe I'll go fly to Ghana. Try the original man. I'm sure Africans don't never cheat.
Good night.
Right? You get my point. All right. Maybe you should stop running. Maybe you should stand your ground. Why? Because the Bible says that you cannot leave a man until the day that he is dead. So I'm going to stick. In doing so, you become the type of person that can handle things, sweetie. You can handle things. The precept you need is this one, double-minded. You need that, and you need Peter's the 3rd chapter when it says, it is not afraid with every amazement. You need those two precepts to understand that a woman, right? To make a woman understand. ¿Entiendes?
The water, sir. The water, sir.
You break that down, you good to go?
I'm good to go, sir. I got it. The water, sir.
Gracias. Go ahead.
Come on, sir. And a quick shout out to a few more zones that have joined us. We got Trinidad with us.
Oh, Trinidad. Trinidad in hand. I see you, Warriors. Good to see you, Akim.
We got Syracuse with us.
You got any questions, Trinidad, please let me know. Syracuse, New York. I see you, Ak. Good to see you, brother.
Virginia's in here.
Mm-hmm.
and Baltimore.
Good to see you, VA, and good to see you, B-Ball. Good to see you.
And we got Chicago with us.
Chi-Town. Good to see you, Warriors.
So we have some more questions in the comments.
I'm ready.
Officer Dunya from Jersey asked, Shalom, so Lord Christ, would you please break down or give the spirit behind John 21 and 18?
No problem. John 21 and 18. I'm ready.
John 21 and verse 18. Verily, verily, I say unto thee, when thou wast young, thou girdest thyself, and walkest whither thou wouldest. But when thou shalt be old, thou shalt stretch forth thy hands, and another shall gird thee and carry thee whither thou wouldest not.
Yeah, this is an excellent precept. This is in the book of John, right? Keep reading one more verse down.
Sir, verse 19. This spake he, signifying by what death he should glorify God. And when he had spoken this, he saith unto him, follow me.
And this is okay, I totally have you. I got you. All right, let's start one verse above where we started from.
Verse 17. He saith unto him the third time, Simon, son of Jonas, lovest thou me? Peter was grieved because he said unto him the third time, lovest thou me? And he said unto him, Lord, thou knowest all things. Thou knowest that I love thee.
Go ahead.
Jesus saith unto him, feed my sheep.
So this is him speaking to Peter, Simon Peter. And this is before Jesus Christ was going to be murdered and then go to the Father and be risen from the dead. Resucitado, before he would rise again. And so he's questioning Peter like, do you love me? Are you sure you love me? If you love me, feed my sheep if you love me. See, remember earlier, true love cast away fear. Jesus Christ knew that Peter was going to be afraid. And because of his fear, he was not going to take care of the flock of the Lord, of the men that would be put under his command, of the sisters that would be put under his command. So he's saying, if you love me, you'll take care of the brothers and sisters when I'm gone. If you love me, you'll take care of the people I leave in your care when I'm gone. That's the point, all right? Keep going.
Verse 18. Verily, verily, I say unto thee, when thou wast young, thou girdest thyself.
You see, when you were young, you would get up and get dressed. That's what gird thyself means. You get up and put your clothes on. Go ahead.
And walkest whither thou wouldest.
And then you get up, get dressed, and you would go wherever you wanted. That's what you did. You get up, get dressed, and go wherever the hell you wanted to go because you were young. You didn't need any help, right? You didn't need any help. You were a young man. You get up, get dressed, and you go wherever you want. Keep going.
But when thou shalt be old, thou shalt stretch forth thy hands.
But when you get old, when you get older, go ahead.
Thou shalt stretch forth thy hands.
You're going to reach out your hand. Go ahead.
And another shall gird thee.
You're going to reach out your hand and someone else puts on your pants, puts on your garment, puts on your shirt. Someone will have to dress you when you get older. You won't be able to dress yourself anymore. Someone will need to get you up out of the chair, take you to the bathroom. Someone will need to change your bedpan. Someone will need to change your diaper. You will need some help to get dressed when you get older. Go ahead.
And carry thee whither thou wouldest not.
And then they're going to take you where you don't want to go. You see, when you were young, you would get up and go wherever thou willest. But then when you're older, someone else dress you and they take you where you don't want to be. Where are we going? To the doctor. That's where we going, Grandpa. Like, I don't want to go to no goddamn doctor. That's where we're going. To the doctor. You don't have a choice, Grandpa. I'm taking you where I want to take you to. And I want to take you to the park. I don't want to go to the park. I want to go to the casino. I hear you, Grandpa. We're going to the park to sit your ass down and feed a pigeon. We're going where I want to take you because you're old. So wherever you go, you can't get there without my help. You can't even get dressed without my help. That's what happens when you get older. Jesus Christ is using this as a metaphor for what? Keep reading.
Khan. This spake he, signifying by what death he should glorify God.
This spake he because he is about to leave them, because his time is up. And he's not going to be able to do what he wants to do. Someone else is going to have to do it for him. If you love me, feed my sheep, because I can't anymore. I can't feed my sheep anymore. My time is up. I'm about to die. I'm leaving. So even though if I was young, I would get up and I would take care of the brothers and sisters. I'd get up and I would heal the sick. I'd get up and I'd turn the water to wine, and 5 loaves of bread and 7 fish, and I'd feed 5,000 people. I would take care of my brothers and sisters. Now I'm old, and I need you to do it. And I need you to do it. That's the point. Everyone understands.
Khan.
Is there anything else?
Khan, sir, another question in the comments from the real Akam Ya'Allah. Salaki, my Lord, if I could, with your grace, what is the best way to defeat a demon of depression that causes you not want to be around people?
The demon of depression that causes you not to want to be around people. Well, what you're going to have to first realize is that it's a demon. Right? Many times when demons attack you, you don't know that they're demons. You think it's your personality. You think that the thoughts in your head are actually real, are actually how you want to be. So first, you have to just see that it is a demon, because of course, if you didn't need to be around people, you would be dead immediately when you fell out of your mother's womb. You would be dead. From the time that you are conceived, you need someone. That's how it is. From the time you are conceived, what do you need? You need a mother to care for you enough not to race, not to run so she doesn't fall down and die and kill you. You need a father to protect that woman and make sure she has the things she needs to bring forth that baby. Then you need a doctor to pull you out of your mother's womb. Then you need a mother to suckle you at her breast. You need a father to protect you from all of the big people because you're small. And your mother is a woman who is convalescing from having a baby. So you need these parents to learn how to read, to learn how to talk. Did you teach yourself to walk? Huh? No, you need someone else to teach you to walk. You need someone else. How'd you learn how to talk? You taught yourself that? Huh? Or did someone else teach you to talk, teach you to walk, teach you to wipe your backside when you go to the bath, teach you how to speak, teach you how to open a jar and close a jar, teach you how to drive? Unless you taught yourself. I don't know. Maybe you just got behind the wheel of a car and never seen anyone drive. Never watching anyone drive. Never looking at a video of someone who taught a class on driving and you just figured everything out. Or somehow, you watched someone drive. You learned how to drive a car. Then you went to school and you learned from teachers in school. You learned from these teachers in school that taught you the basic necessities of education. And then, of course, then you grow old and you go to a job and your supervisor has to train you to do that job on some job. And then you're learning on that job and then you grow and you do the job and you do it. Then one day you're old. And guess what happens, young man? Someone's taking care of you again, changing your diapers again. That's what's happening. Now you're an old person. Now they're changing your diapers again, picking you up, taking you to get your medication, taking care of you, putting you in and out the van, helping you with everything again. So then I would really like to wonder, do you not like to be around people because you've been around them your entire goddamn existence and in need of them from the birth to the grave? So maybe that's not true that you don't want to be around people. Maybe you absolutely do want to be around people. Maybe, however, there's a couple of explanations. Maybe in your life you've been around some very bad people that didn't take care of you, that didn't suckle you at the breast, that did not protect you, that did not help you, but people that hurt you, people that traumatized you. And then because you were around people that did not provide the necessities that people are supposed to provide to each other, Then one day you grow up and you say, I don't want to be around people. Really, you desperately need to be around better people. In the Israelite school of UPK, we provide those better people. We provide better parents. We provide mothers and better fathers, better caregivers, better teachers, better priests. We provide better people. Because in actuality, that's really what you mean when you say, I don't want to be around people. You don't want to be traumatized and raped anymore and molested. That's for damn sure. You don't want to be abandoned. You don't want to be lied to. I certainly understand that. Well, please allow us to provide you with better men, better women. And then before you know it, you're absolutely content about the necessity of having people in your life. So either it's one of those things, or you know that being around people will not allow you to destroy yourself. See, some people don't want to be around other people because other people might stop them from putting a gun in their mouth. So they don't want to be around people. I want to be alone so I can just go in this back room and put a gun in my mouth and nobody stop me. I want to just go every piece of food in the refrigerator until diabetes kills me. I want to drink sweet drinks and drink sweet sodas until I lose my feet. I don't want anyone telling me that I can't abuse my diet to the extent that I could get my foot cut off. Anybody bothering me about what I eat? I don't want anybody bothering me about smoking cigarettes. Yeah, I smoke. Yeah, I like to get high sometimes. Yeah, I drink. And I'm tired of people telling me that I drink too much. So I'm going to go hide myself in my garage where I don't have to be around people, where I can drink a quart of alcohol and without people bothering me. You see, really, it's not that you don't want to be around people. It's that you don't want people to interfere with your suicide. You don't want people to stop you from destroying yourself. You join the UPK, we'll find out which one it is. All right, was that his question?
Kind of.
Anything else?
You have a question in the room?
Please.
Water, sir. Yahweh Shalom Shabrakatah.
Good to hear from you.
Good to hear from you too, sir. It's kind of like a two-part question. In Matthew chapter 21, where Christ curses the fig tree. I heard an interpretation. I don't know if it's a Christian or even the correct interpretation that, like, basically it wasn't the season for the fig to be growing from the fig tree in that season. It wasn't the season for the figs to be growing, but that he cursed this so it will never grow grand. But like that, this was a metaphor for doing away with the old temple, because before that it shows him overchanging the money changers table in the temple. And it basically, long story short, like saying he was saying he himself, Christ, is the temple. I don't know if that's correct or not, but and also like it ties in with a second part to it. Like I heard a Christian pastor say, like he was basically scolding the audience because
for time's sake, I got to answer your question so I can get to this breakdown. Did you want me to answer a question for you, Ephraim? Headquarters? Harlem?
Hello.
I'm right here,
All right. Yeah. Well, let me ask you this, because I have seen a pastor say that like, because his church members were celebrating a woman that got pregnant out of wedlock, but he was saying, "Oh, I'm not going to allow that in my church." So, my question is: does the church, even from a Christian point of view, does the church belong to him, or like? Because I know when I was a Christian, it was described like the church was described as the bride of Christ, but is when he says like not in my church, does the church belong to him, to Christ, or to whom?
I do not understand your question. I can relate it to me with the whole wedlock thing, and relate it to me with the what's the thing you were mentioning in the beginning about the fig tree? Can you just condense it down to the question so I could
All right,
understand?
yeah, because you were saying that the fig tree represented the temple, and Christ destroying the fig tree, saying the old temple is done away with, that he himself, Christ, was.
That's not at all. Is that what the Christian preacher said?
He said, yeah.
Okay. 1 second. Hold on 1 second. I'll get it for you. Hold on 1 second.
Come on.
Liar. Okay. Okay. What's your question again? Your question is about the temple. Let me just break that precept down for you that you just asked me about. That has nothing to do with the temple at all. That's about authority. That's about authority and realizing that you have a power and authority that the Christians are going to tell you that you don't have, that the Sadducee and Pharisee will tell you that you don't have, when in actuality you have more power and more authority than them. That's the point. If you want me to break, I'm assuming you want me to break this precept down about the whole fig tree, or is there something else?
So just that.
Solid. Go ahead and read it for him, please.
Sir, Matthew 21 and verse 19. And when he saw a fig tree in the way, he came to it and found nothing.
This is Jesus Christ and the disciples. They're traveling. They're out there teaching, just like the brothers in the UPK. Travel all over the world. Captain Desire yacht. Where in the hell is he at now? He's in Las Vegas. He's out there in Las Vegas in his service under Commanding General Yohana. Out there pressing Commanding General Yohana's orders. Out in Las Vegas doing it. You got Trinidad, South Carolina, Killeen, Texas, Chicago. That's how these camps started, from brothers going all over the planet Earth. Right? That's what happened a long time ago. Jesus Christ and his men were out traveling to spread the gospel, to spread the fact that the nation of Israel was now called to come back together under one God, under one king. In his travels, he passes a fig tree. I don't know what the Christian is talking about with the thing being out of season. It was not out of season, which is why Jesus Christ was angered. He was angered at the fig tree because it was not out of season. The goddamn tree should have given him some fruit. Right? It should have given him some fruit. It didn't. Go ahead and read it, Ephraim.
He came to it and found nothing thereon.
He comes to the fig tree and there's nothing on this fig tree. No fruit. Keep going.
But leaves only.
Only leaves on this fig tree, which tells you what about the fig tree, Ephraim? All he found was leaves on the fig tree, which means what about the fig tree, Ephraim?
It should have had fruit on it.
It should have had fruit on it because it had leaves, which meant it was in the summertime, the springtime. It wasn't in the fall. It wasn't in the time where it didn't have leaves on it. It should have had some goddamn fruit on it. Keep going.
And said unto it, let no fruit grow on thee henceforward forever.
Not until next season. Not until next spring. Because you don't have fruit on it when I expect it in season, you're never going to have fruit again. Never. Jesus Christ was insulted by that fig tree not having fruit. It insulted him. He saw the contempt in this fig tree not having fruit. Who knows why? Who wants to guess? Anyone? You'll have to kind of know the Bible a taste to understand it. He's traveling. He goes to a fig tree with leaves, but no fruit. He says, you mother. You don't have any fruit? No problem. You're not going to ever have fruit now. Ever. Why? Why was he so angry? Who wants to know? Trooper, do you know? Very obvious. Just free yourself from everything that preachers say. Just free yourself from that. Preachers are liars, mentiroso, liars. All of them. All right? Free yourself from that. Are you there? Is the trooper there? He said, what's this? Mashayad said,
Cut it,
because
sir.
produces good fruit. This tree had no fruit on it, warrior. Nothing. Not bad fruit. Nothing on it. Why? Let me see. Hold up. It wasn't serving its purpose. Hold up. You coming around the corner, Officer Iqua. You coming around the corner. It's like wasting its talents. No, that's not it. What does it say? It was not doing its job a little bit, but not quite. I'm gonna have to give it to you now, right? Aquafian? This tree was not feeding him while he was hungry. Why was he hungry? Because he was traveling doing the work of God. He was out on the road. The Bible says that the foxes have holes, but the Son of Man have no dwelling place. Jesus Christ was not at home with his mother, where he would have food, where he would have a drink and have everything he needs. He was out on the road suffering, eating food where he could find it. And as he's out, this tree has the nerve to not have fruit. Well, you know what that means, right? He doesn't eat today. He eats nothing. This has been his life since he was born, when his mother and father came to Jerusalem and there was no room in the inn and they had to sleep with the animals. That's what happened. When his men were walking through a cornfield on the Sabbath day and the bastards, Pharisee, they want to kill his men because they pick corn on the Sabbath. Well, what's the alternative to picking corn? My men starving to death? No. They're going to pick corn on the Sabbath day. They're going to do it. I'm not letting my men starve. When you are out doing the work of the Lord, there will be things that will try to stop you from doing what God has commissioned you to do. If you are an officer in the UPK, if your head has been anointed with oil, you are sent throughout the four corners of the world to bring more people into this house. That is your job. That is your number one job. To grow, to go from being 2 brothers in a city to being 20, to being 40, to being 144,000. You know what you need to do that? A place to sleep, food to eat, or else you have to stay home. You can't travel. On his travels, as he needs food, there's this mother effing tree with no fruit on it. You know what, you bastard? You'll never have fruit because you didn't have it for me today when I needed it. That's the point. And you will see as I keep going. Continue.
Khan. And presently the fig tree withered away.
And then right there in front of everyone's face, the fig tree died. Right there. Keep going.
And when the disciples saw it, they marveled, saying, how soon
Read that again.
And when the disciples saw it, they marveled.
Remember, they're standing there, they're watching the damn tree wither and die. They go, God damn, the tree is dying right in front of us. What in the hell is this about? Keep going.
Verse 21, Yahushua answered and said unto them, verily I say unto you, if ye have faith and doubt not, ye shall not only do this which is done to the fig tree, but also if ye shall say unto this mountain, be thou removed.
Be thou what? Be thou what?
Removed.
Be thou what?
Be thou removed.
You got to help me out here, Kim. If you had faith, if you believe in what we're doing, if you believe in increasing the children of Israel, if you believe in increasing faith and increasing faith, you would not only do what I did to this fig tree, but you would say, mountain, be thou removed. Mountain, be thou removed. Now you got to bring me home. Why are they removing the mountain? Why would they say, remove the mountain? Just think about remove. It's all you need. Why would they say that? I said, fig tree, you're going to have to die because you did not give me food as I'm on my mission to increase the kingdom of God with people. Not only can you do this, but you will say, mountain, move out of the way. Why would you say mountain move out the way? Who wants to
Because
give
it's
it?
in the way of you doing your work.
Say it one more time, Ephraim.
Because it's in the way of you doing the work.
Because this mountain is in my way. I need to go straight. I need to get to this city. This mountain is an impediment to me doing the work of God. So mountain, get out of the way. Because if the mountain stays still, what happens, Ephraim?
They can't continue with their work.
I got to go around the mountain. What does that take? A week?
Come.
I got to climb the mountain. What does that take? A month? I need to get to Chicago. That's what I need. I need to get to Killeen, Texas. I need to get to, where's the barbecue? What's the next barbecue? When does it happen?
Nashville.
The next barbecue is in Nashville, Tennessee. I need to get to Nashville. That's it. Let me tell you what happened. The Lord had the 57th annual Passover. But I think 2 weeks before that Passover, every news story said, don't fly on the airplane. Don't fly. The ICE agents are beating your ass at the airport. They're whooping your ass at the airport. The lines are 10 hours long. You cannot get on a plane. You cannot get on a plane. I'm watching it every day. I said, God damn, it's going to be hell. Then I thought about it. I said, but if driving, if I got to wait 5 hours in the airport, that's better than driving 24 hours in the car. I just did the math. I just am logical, like, stubbornly I am. And then I just went down there, and come to find out, Ephraim, the day that everyone was traveling, Donald Trump lowered the restrictions and the airport was empty. It was gone. The mountain was removed. Do you understand? There was a mountain in front of us to get to Houston, Texas for last Passover. And I think virtually on the day that everyone left, the mountain removed. Every one of you that gets to fly on a plane after that, you better thank the Lord God, or else we would have cursed the airplane industry even more. We would have cursed it, and there would be no flights. There would never be another flight ever again. There is hope in the airplane industry that it might get back on its feet, because it did not deny us our travel when we went to the 57th annual Passover. You fruit trees out of there. You fruit trees out there, you better listen. You better pay attention. You better get yourself together. If we want to eat, you better serve up the food. You better give it up. If we want to come to a city and we need a place to live, you better provide a place for us to stay in your city. You better do it. For it was better for Sodom and Gomorrah in that day than for any house that would refuse you. That's the precept of this. Everyone understands.
Yes, sir.
Anything else?
Syracuse has a question.
Up north, Syracuse.
If I could, real quick, sir. I happened to be in Syracuse a couple weeks ago on my slavery, and I just wanted to shout out the brothers up there for showing me the utmost brotherhood and hospitality.
Well, Syracuse for hosting the brother out of headquarters, man. Well done, Akim. Hospitality is counted as a virtue in the UPK because it's counted as a virtue to God. Well done, Syracuse. Brother. Did you have any questions?
Kyle Khan, sir. Salakia. I have a question on Acts 17. As far as I know it goes into the strangers and everybody being made of one blood in verse 26, but the question is in verse 27 that they should seek the Lord. Is that they referring to the all nations or specifically us out of those nations?
Can you read it, please?
Khan. This is the books of Acts, chapter 17, verse 26. And have made of one blood all nations of men for to dwell on all the face of the earth, and have determined the times before appointed and the bounds of their habitation. Verse 27, that they should seek the Lord, if haply they might feel after him and find him, though he be not far from every one of us.
What's your question you're asking us?
Is the they speaking about the all nations that come from this one blood, or is this they specifically about us in the beginning of verse 20?
The specific they you're talking about, please.
It says that they should seek the Lord.
Did they read it one more time from the top? I missed it.
This is the book of Acts, chapter 17, verse 26. And have made of one blood all nations of men, for to dwell on all the face of the earth, and have determined the times before appointed in the bounds of their habitation. Verse 27, that they should seek the Lord. Okay. This day right here.
That they is speaking about every race on the planet Earth. That they, every race on the planet Earth is going to serve the God of Israel. The Israelites will serve God as the number one people on the earth. The other nations, the white people, the Chinese people, the Africans, will serve God as second-class citizens. Nation on this planet, every knee shall bend, every tongue shall confess. The gates of the kingdom of heaven will be open day and night, that the other nations may bring their forces into our kingdom. So the other nations shall beat their plowshares, shall beat their weapons of war into plowshares, and they shall study war no more. Why? Because there will be no race on the planet that doesn't serve the God of Israel. None. Not one. Now, ask your grandmother, is that familiar? Because your grandmother, she served a God that didn't look like her.
That's a fact.
Right? She did it. And how did she do it? She did it with much zeal, didn't she? Woo! Did it with zeal. Right? You know why your grandmother was such an excellent Christian? You know why? Because her great-grandmother was killed. That's why. Because her great-great-grandfather was beaten to death. So your grandmother was the best Christian that you could imagine. You see, the other nations are going to serve the God of Israel because they are going to be encouraged to serve the God of Israel. The same way my grandfather was encouraged. The same way Captain Mao Quad's grandfathers and great-granduncles were encouraged to serve a white God. Please believe me, we're going to truly encourage white people to serve the one true living God. You understand? There's no problem. Anything else?
La, you got something? La, sir.
Anything else?
Come on, sir. Quick question from the comments. Brother asked, Shalom, Lord in Christ, my Lord, if I may, with your grace, Bible shot, can I get a breakdown of Jeremiah 2 and 24?
Absolutely. Glad case. Whenever you're ready.
Jeremiah 2 and verse 24. A wild ass used to the wilderness that snuffeth up the wind at her pleasure. In her occasion, who can turn her away? All they that seek her will not weary themselves. In her month they shall find her.
Okay, I need a little context if you could. One verse above.
Come, verse 23. How canst thou say, I am not polluted? I have not gone after Baalim. See thy way in the valley. Know what thou hast done. Thou art a swift dromedary traversing her ways.
A dromedary. Look, I think that's a camel.
Come.
Right? Thou art a swift dromedary doing what?
Traversing her ways.
Traversing her way. Keep going.
A wild ass used to the wilderness.
Used to the wilderness. So this is the most high. Where are we at right now reading?
In Jeremiah chapter 2, sir.
Jeremiah is trying to explain to the children of Israel how they have lived their life. So this is how you lived your life. You wonder why God is cursing you. You wonder why you're being punished. Because you have behaved yourself like a wild animal. That's the point. That's you. As opposed to an animal that is kept by its maker, by the farmer. You know, animal that you call him, he comes to eat. You call him, he goes into the barn. You call him, and he puts a muzzle on his mouth so that he can obey his master. That's a good animal. A good ox will come when you call it. You'll call him, he'll come, you'll feed him, you'll put a yoke around his neck, and you'll plow the field. A good horse, you'll call him, he'll come running, you'll give him food, you'll put a muzzle around his mouth and use him for his service. That's something a lot of women don't understand around here. You see, our dogs wear our collars in the UPK. We're not Christians. If you want to be a woman and you want to join the UPK, please believe me when I say this. Our dogs wear our collars. So I know that you get so much freedom in the Christian church to teach, to rule the Christian church, to tell the preacher what the doctrine is this week. In the UPK, our dogs wear our collars. You see, that's a difference compared to this world. When you're free, the people decide what the doctrine is in the Christian church. You love abortions? God loves you no matter what you do. You want to be homosexual? God loves you regardless, and his love is unconditional. Right? Whatever you want, you tell the preacher, and he will make sure that the sermon validates your will. That's how you've been. I'm going to explain it right now. Start from dromedary. A dromedary is a camel. Go ahead.
Khan. Thou art a swift dromedary traversing her ways.
A swift dromedary is like a camel that is fast, and it's just finding its own way. It's running. It's a camel out in the wilderness, out in the wild. Where is it going? Wherever it wants. It's fast. No one can stop it. No one can catch it. It does what it wants to do. Keep going.
A wild ass used to the wilderness.
A wild ass is a donkey. A wild ass, it's wild because it's not kept. It doesn't go to a barn at night. It doesn't go inside and stay in a pen where it's safe. Nah, it's out in the wilderness. It's used to it. It's used to just running free in the mountains. Keep going.
That snuffeth up the wind at her pleasure.
You know where a donkey goes? It goes, I'll go over there. It smells wind, and it goes wherever it smells good. That's where it goes. You know where my donkeys go, right? In the fucking barn. Where they go. They're going in the barn because the sun is going down. You get in that barn, there's hay in there. There's water in there. There's safety from coyotes and mountain lions and wolves. And I'm going to lock the door behind you. You see, that's where a good donkey goes. Into that barn. Where are you going? Wherever you smell something good. Wherever you can sniff and smell something that's tasty or delicious on your nose. That's what a wild donkey does. That's your problem. That's your problem. This freedom that you so long for, and this freedom that is killing you and destroying you. Continue.
In her occasion, who can turn her away?
In her occasion, who can turn her away? Oh boy, who can break this down for me? I'm gonna be shocked, flabbergasted. It'll be sorpresa, a surprise. If someone can answer this question for me, she's smelling. She's going over there. Why? Because in her occasion, who can stop her? Well, I want a woman to answer this question. Any sister, of course, sisters in the UPK, they're gracious and glorious and wonderful. If you could just try to answer this question for your more uneducated, stupid women in the world, it would be a service to them. First of all, just tell me what her occasion means. Start there. Let me see. No, not in her prime, young brother. When she is horny, you could have said it with a little more than that. Let's not say when she's horny. Let's say when she is in heat. There you go, Yaakov. When she's in heat, that's her occasion. You see, when that female donkey is in heat, where's the penis? Where's the penis? Where's the penis at? Is there penis over there? Here I come. That's a stupid bitch in the world. She's just chasing penis. That's all she's doing. You had the Honorable Dr. Cheyenne Bryant, who got famous, and I've yet to hear somebody say the real reason that Cheyenne Bryant got famous. First of all, Cheyenne Bryant was only famous because of how she looked. That's it. There are black female doctors, tons of them. There is no one on the planet Earth more educated than a black woman. A black woman is more educated than a white man. White men do not have the college degrees that black women have. Damn near all of them have master's degrees. There are so many black PhDs, black psychiatrists, black therapists. If you need one, there are thousands of them. It's easier to find a black woman who's a PhD than to find a white woman or a white man that's a PhD. Cheyenne Bryant is famous because she showed her breasts and she wore tight pants. That's it. That's why they hired her, because of what she looked like. Otherwise, they could have found one of the thousands of black women who are struggling to pay a student loan debt that's $200,000 because they went to school instead of chasing dick all over the earth. They went to school. Now they have a student loan that they're struggling with. Black women out here, they're PhD and doctors, and they live in small apartments because they have no money, because they had to get a student loan to get that PhD, to become a psychiatrist. Now Cheyenne Bryant, she gets to get rich because she shows her cleavage and she wears tight pants and she has sex with rappers. You disgrace every woman that went to school and pays that student loan and suffers racism in the colleges all over America. And she suffers it because she has kids at home that need her to graduate. Cheyenne Bryant did an evil thing to black women. To black women that are going to school, suffering, not having sex with football players and basketball players. Their head is in their books every night. Their children depend on them to get an education. Now Cheyenne Bryant gets to become a millionaire. You couldn't just call one of these black women who would love to get a job without racism getting in the way of their employment. Cheyenne Bryant, just like every black woman who claims to be an advocate for black women, Cheyenne Bryant hates black women. She stole a job from a black woman professor, a black woman therapist, a black woman psychiatrist that needed that job because she has a student loan that Cheyenne Bryant doesn't have. That's what happened. So now, what do? Chase penis whenever you're in heat. Whenever you're in heat, you chase penis. You're going wherever the penis is. Where's the penis? All-Star Weekend in Atlanta? Here I come. Where's the penis? The Chris Brown concert? Usher will be there? Here I come. Where's the penis at? You'll chase it wherever it is because that's your entire life. Bitch, when you decide to come into the UPK, just know this. Our dogs wear our collars. Our dogs go free. They don't go free. They wear a collar around their neck.
I brought some beef pepperoni pizza.
Anything else?
Sir, that's all on that.
Please.
Concert could be a good time to get into your topics.
Clap it up then. All right. Let's grab the line. Whenever you're ready, whatever you want to start with, go there.
Yes, sir.
I'm not missing
Recruiter,
questions from the
and I
brothers.
said I want to join.
Salaki, sir.
I'm not missing questions from the brothers in the room, right? The brothers online, Chicago, and all of them.
Yes, sir. But there's always more questions than we have time for, sir.
But you want to do the topic now, correct?
Salaki, kind.
Go.
When I went to a recruiter, and I
Friday on each one of the videos, let me just give a preamble for a second with each one to save time. All right. Now, most of you, there are a lot of young men out there, and you might have been young trying to figure out what should you do with your life. And you might have been tempted to join the white man's military. Speaking of the IUIC, the Purple Pig, your baby's mother's favorite Israelite group, they encourage their members to join the white man's military. They encourage their members to do that. Why? Because every Christian encourages their young men to find themselves, learn discipline, and join the white man's military. Ephraim, I know you heard that before. I'm assuming they're still telling it to you young brothers the way they told it to my grandfather and my father and me. You know, go join the white man's military. They'll teach you discipline. They'll teach you how to conduct yourself. That is another lie from the oppressor. Watch this video and then you'll really learn what it's like to be in the white man's military. Go ahead and play it from the beginning.
I went to a recruiter and I said, I want to join the military and I'd like to be part of Delta Force.
Said that right off the bat?
Yeah. He said, look, let me tell you something. The only thing going into Special Forces is going to do for you is when you get out is either make you a criminal or a hitman. And I got up from my chair and walked out and found another recruiter in the next town.
This white man went into the recruiting office. He says, I want to be in Delta Force. I want to be in Special Forces. The recruiter said the only thing Special Forces is going to do for you is to make you a criminal or a hired hitman. That's what the recruiter told him. Do you know that in the Black and Hispanic community, they're telling us that we should join the military, the white man's military, so we can stop becoming criminals, so that we won't become gang members. And what happens? You're going to join the white man's military, come out of it with a thirst to kill. Most likely, you're going to kill yourself, because that's an epidemic with people who have been in the white man's military. They commit suicide. This is what your preachers are sending you into. They're sending you into a place that is going to turn you into a hired hitman or a criminal. And that is exactly what happens. The people in the mafia, all of them were in the Korean War, World War II, Vietnam. Come home from Vietnam, and you're going to be someone that has one skill and one lust, and that's to kill people. And you're expected to go get a job. But in actuality, the one thing you're going to do is to put your gun in your mouth and do one last murder. And next.
We have these Edomite podcasters here.
Let me give him a preamble if I could. Now this, I don't know these white people's names. They're on my phone every goddamn day. But this is a white man. He has some type of weird face for some reason, right? And he interviews his mother and his father. Have you ever seen them before, Ephraim?
Live, sir. They're apparently called The Necessary Conversation.
The Necessary Conversation. This is a man, and he talks to his mother and his father. These two people you're about to meet are his mother and his father. And he does not support Donald Trump, but his mother and his father are ardent Donald Trump supporters. Go ahead and play.
These tax cuts, all the money that's going to go to the top 20% earners in the country, where do you think that money comes from? They have to make it up somewhere. Where do you think it comes from? Mom, Dad?
It's coming from the illegals that no longer will get it.
It's coming from me, the people who don't deserve it.
What? You're saying the illegal aliens are paying?
I'm getting taxed so that Joe Blow over here, who's a Mexican immigrant, can sit here and live off of me and Medicaid.
Okay.
Stop right there. This was a very common belief from white people, which is the reason that Donald Trump won an election, then fueled and inspired the January 6th insurrection, then won again, which blew my mind. The whole concept of that is crazy, that Donald Trump won after January 6th. He still won because white people sat home and they all believed that all of their problems were caused by Mexicans. White people are so insecure. They have their self-esteem is so low that they're afraid all the time, and they're afraid of black people. And in this particular case, Latinos taking their position of superiority from them in America. Donald Trump used that and won an election after January 6th. Now, this white couple, they believed it. They believed that Donald Trump should get rid of these Mexicans, that the illegal aliens are the reason that America is bad, and we have to cut this and cut that and cut everything because Mexicans are benefiting from it. Then the white father in this video, he had a stroke. He had a terrible stroke, and he had to go into hospice care. And the insurance company called him and says, we're sending you home. We're not going to give you any more care. We're not going to give you any, we're not going to fund your care anymore. We're cutting you off because your insurance has run out. And then this white man and his wife had a change of heart. Play the video.
Yes, but everybody deserves a right for health care.
That's socialism.
And, well, and you need...
Wait. And, well, but hang on a minute. You're saying I'm not a socialist, but then you're like, I do, though, want socialized health care. That's socialism.
I don't know if that's called socialism.
It is.
Everybody needs to have the right to have a doctor and be taken care of and have an advocate that helps you figure this out, because there are none here. There are none.
Yes.
What I'm going through now with your father, it is like...
Yes.
But it shouldn't have taken me to be in this position to know this, but it did.
Okay,
so I'm
and that's
here.
fine. And I think that's a very common thing.
Can you stop? Can I? This white woman, now her husband is in the hospital and he's being kicked out. Is that more in this video where he's being kicked out, Ephraim?
There's a little bit more in the video.
I'll play a little more. Just
Come
so I
on,
don't- Go ahead.
Common thing with most MAGA people. It's hard for you to look outside your immediate life to find empathy for anybody in a situation that you yourself are not personally in.
Right.
You are in that now. You are seeing firsthand that the medical system in America has nothing to do with doctors or patients. It is completely run by insurance companies.
Insurance companies. That
They
is
make
correct.
every decision.
That is correct.
So like Dad right now, Bob, for those watching the show, he's in a rehab facility trying to get better, to get back on his feet. And the decision about how long he should stay in this place is not made by the doctor, is not made by the patient. It is made only by the insurance company, who has a bottom line about profits. That's all that matters. That's how the entire American medical system is run right
And
now.
we will be kicked out of the rehab facility next week sometime.
Yeah.
And we will be kicked out of the rehab facility next week sometime. I hope this unravels a mystery that so many people don't understand. The people that want Mexicans and black people to be cut out of public school, to be cut out of welfare, to be cut out of health care, are people that don't need public schools, that don't need welfare, that don't need health care. If you want health care, if you want poor people to be able to receive what they should receive from the government, more white people have to get sick. More white people have to become pobre, poor. They have to become poor. It has to happen. Algún día sobre pobre. Is it sobre? What's that? One day you're going to be poor. One day you will be poor. Algún día, you're going to be poor. One day, and that has to happen. It has to happen. White people have to suffer more for them to require the government to give more help. It is one of the greatest mistakes of the civil rights movement. The civil rights movement focused on blacks and Latinos doing better, on blacks and Latinos going to college, on blacks and Latinos getting housing. That was never going to work. The only way for America to be willing to spend more money on the poor is if more white people are poor. That's it. That is the missing component to civil rights. White people have to do bad. They have to suffer. If white people don't suffer, they're never going to allow black people to do better. They're never going to allow Latinos to get any help unless white people also need help. That was the problem with COVID-19. White people looked around and they saw other people's grandmothers dying, other people dying from COVID. And they said, I don't want any COVID-19 virus. I don't want any COVID-19 vaccinations. Do you know why they didn't want vaccinations? Who wants to blow my mind? Why was there so much? We do not want vaccinations. We don't want to spend money on vaccinations. What type of person was saying that? Who wants to blow my mind with the answer? What type of person was saying, I'm not getting the jab. I'm not doing that. I'm not letting the government jab me. What kind of person said that? Chat room. Anyone? No one? Should I move on?
They're a little quiet right now, sir.
Oh, they're quiet. You don't know? I'll tell you the type of person. Let me see. A hypocrite? You're not on the point. Anyone else? Poor white people? No. Say that one more time. What type of person says, I hate the vaccination. I don't want nobody to get the vaccination. Put the money to the vaccination. I'll tell you. People that didn't have COVID. That's it. You see, when you didn't get COVID, then it's like, what in the hell is all this COVID mess about? Who's out here telling me to get a vaccination? I ain't getting no vaccination. You know who said that? People who didn't get the disease. But when you caught that disease, you went in the hospital and said, Doc, give me everything. Whatever you got. Donald Trump was against the vaccination too. Until when? Until he caught it. Then he said, Doctor, give me the secret things that you only give presidents. See, there's a self-absorbed person that hates any help that he's not getting. If he ain't getting it, he don't support it. He can't stand it. What are you doing? You giving people welfare. You giving people wealth. Then he loses his job. He like, hold up now. We can start giving people welfare now. We need to make sure people get welfare. You see, when you are not getting the help, you don't support anyone getting the help because you don't need it. What was the best way for everyone to be able to free up the money so that everyone could get a COVID vaccination? Is for poor white people to get sick and die of the COVID-19 virus. Then white people would have said, God damn it, my children are dead. My wife is dead of COVID. Please give me the virus. Please give me the vaccine. Please. But if they think only black people and Latinos are dying, if poor people are really dying of COVID, cut the funding of COVID. But believe me, show me Elon Musk 2 years ago. Is it a year ago? Show me Elon Musk. I don't know if you know this, but this week, guess what's back, everybody? Ebola. Ebola is back. There's another disease. That disease on that cruise ship.
The hantavirus.
Hantavirus. Hantavirus is back. Well, the Ebola virus is back. And this strain of Ebola has no vaccine, no treatment. You catch this Ebola, the Lord has just got to be with you. Well, it's a video from 1 year ago. 1 year ago. Read it and then play the video.
Sir, flashback to illegal Doge cuts in 2025 as Ebola pandemic spreads in Africa.
1 year ago, Doge, which was some stupid cabal of rich white people who were 25 years old and 20 years old, who went into the government and just started to cut any program that didn't benefit them. They cut everything. They cut anything that didn't help rich white people. That was it. They cut it all. And this is what they cut 25. Last year, they cut the funding so that they could find more cures for Ebola, more vaccinations for the Ebola virus. Go ahead and play it.
You know, like the Ebola money, we're like, okay, well, we agree with, like, we shouldn't have Ebola, you know. Where is the money going? Oh, it's going to Deloitte in DC. Like, What is an accounting firm doing with Ebola money?
What is it? This is what they're doing with the Ebola money, you bastard. Doing the accounting to make sure that every doctor, every research center gets their proper amount of Ebola research money so that they can find a vaccine for Ebola. Now, if you want to understand how to fix America, what would have made Doge and Elon Musk make it an absolute priority to find a cure, a vaccine for Ebola? What would have made Elon Musk say, you know what, we're going to focus on this. We're going to make sure it happens. What would have made Ebola a priority for Elon Musk and Doge to fund Ebola research? Chat room, please tell me. Anyone? If they had Ebola, give them a hand. That's what has to happen. Do you understand? Right now, there would be a cure for Ebola if Elon Musk caught Ebola, if his children caught it, if his wives caught it. Then he would make it a priority. But as long as Elon Musk feels safe from getting Ebola, everyone has to die of Ebola. If you want to make America great, white people have to suffer. They have to do it. They have to get sick. They have to catch Ebola and Hunter virus. They have to, or else they're not going to allow us to get any funding to cure our children. This is the mistake of the civil rights movement. The mistake of the civil rights movement is fighting for Black people to go to college, for Latinos to get degrees, for Blacks and Latinos to have jobs that racism did not allow them. And you have to have another part. You have to make sure white people get sick. White people are poor. White people suffer. Because without it, they're never going to allow us to get any help. It has to happen. I can prove this all day. I can show you where when Barack Obama was president, he told the incoming administration that there was a disease coming that was going to shut down the world. He said it's about a year away. Can you find this video up? Barack Obama said we have about 1 year until a disease comes from another country, maybe China, and this disease is going to shut down the planet. So it's important for us to go into China and stop the disease in China, because if we don't go into other countries, the disease is going to make its way into America. He said this to the date that the COVID-19 virus hit America. To the date. You know what Donald Trump did when he became president? Cut all the funding to the CDC. Cut it all. Got rid of it. Because Donald Trump didn't have COVID. He didn't have it. His wife didn't have it. His children weren't dead of COVID. So he had no reason to fund COVID. No reason. If Donald Trump and his children would have had COVID, your parents wouldn't have died of COVID. Your grandparents wouldn't have died of COVID if Donald Trump's family would have caught COVID. If you want to make America better, white people have to get it worse. They have to have a hard time. They have to get more sick, more poor. And then America will be better. Is there anything else?
Con, sir, I got that clip of Obama. Slack.
White House a pandemic playbook. We literally left this White House a pandemic playbook that would have shown
Now,
that
this is not the. I want the one that he made before. He made this statement before it ever happened. It's him behind a microphone. It's not this video. This is after COVID hit.
Slack, sir. This one's going to transition into that other one.
I'm sorry. Please.
have to put in place an infrastructure, not just here at home, but globally, that allows us to see it quickly, isolate it quickly, respond to it. So that if and when a new strain of flu, like the Spanish flu, props up 5 years from now or a decade from now, we've made the investment. And we're further along to be able to catch it.
Brother, 5 years from that speech, the COVID-19 virus became a pandemic. 5 years from that speech. That's what happened. They knew it was going to happen, but Donald Trump didn't think his sons would get it. His children will get it. Algún día seres pobre. Algún día seres la inmigrante. Algún día necesitarás te ayuda un desconocido. One day you'll need the help from a stranger. One day you'll be poor. One day you will be the immigrant. One day. One day. White people have to believe that. They have to believe that they're going to need health care. They're going to need welfare. They're going to need health care provided from the government. If white people think that health care is for poor blacks and Latinos, they're never going to fund it, ever. Ever. For America to get better, things have to get worse for white people. Is there anything else?
Hold on, Con, we have this clip.
% of the Senate was 40% of the House of Representatives, and 67% of the Senate was born before the Voting Rights Act was put into place. They watched their parents be.
As you know, the Voting Rights Act was struck down from Donald Trump's Supreme Court this last week. So all of that marching that your grandmama did and your mama did, marching and marching and voting and marching, all of it went to piss because the Voting Rights Act that was fought for by Martin Luther King is gone. Now what's going to come back? Poll tax. The poll tax was when black people had to pay a certain amount of money to vote. They had to pay. Every state is going to be able to come up with their own rules and their own laws to stop blacks and Latinos from voting. They would say you had to sign your name. You had to be literate to vote. You had to learn. You had to know how to write your own name. Back at a time when many people were illiterate, and then when black people would write their name, they would give them a pen with no ink. That's what happened. These cases went to the Supreme Court, where black people said, "My state says you have to be literate. You have to know how to write your own name. I can write my own name, but all of the pens at black voting booths don't have ink in the pens. They don't have ink. Some black districts would give black people wax paper to write on. I am not making this up. This went before the Supreme Court. Black people said, they're giving us wax paper to write on. I'm writing. My name doesn't show up. They tell me, get out of here next. Next. That's what happened when you left the state with the right to police the voting booths. All these things went to the Supreme Court because your grandparents marched and got fire hoses turned on them, and German shepherds ate their legs. So they got the Voting Rights Act. It's gone. It's gone. It's not around anymore. And this is what you have to understand. The white people that opposed the Voting Rights Act are in the Congress, and they're 70 years old. They're 65 years old. So many of you idiots out there don't know how recently 1969 was. That was recent. The people on the Congress, they were the white people who were against it. They're sitting there. They hated it. And let me free you from another lie you might hear every day. White people fought and died so that slavery could end. You ever hear that, Ephraim?
Unfortunately.
Yeah, I always hear white people fought in the Civil War for slavery to end. There was a war, wasn't it? You know, if there was a war, then that means white people fought to keep slavery going. That's what that means. Otherwise, there wouldn't have been a war. If white people just woke up one day and said, this slavery is bad now, we got to stop all this slavery, man, then you wouldn't have had to fight the Civil War. White people didn't end slavery. White people fought and killed to keep slavery going. They wanted slavery so bad, they killed other white people to keep slavery going. White slavery would still exist unless white people would be willing to kill other white people to stop slavery. White people in the South didn't wake up and get an awakening. They didn't get a conscience. They got shot. They got blown up and killed. Otherwise, they would keep slavery going. White people died to keep slavery going. If you're living in the South, your grandparents didn't fight to end slavery. They fought to keep it going. They fought to have slaves. Well, guess what? Those people that were around in 1965, they're senators right now. They're congressmen. And they've been waiting for 50 years to reverse a mistake of civil rights, an error of letting black people vote, an error of freeing their property from their pens. They're in the Congress and they are old enough to be there when there was a white water fountain. They're old enough, they saw white water fountains. They saw some of your congressmen were there during a lynching. They were there. Jimmy, what's his name? The owner of the Dallas Cowboys. The owner of the Dallas Cowboys was there when Brown versus the Board of Education was made law, and 3 little black girls tried to go to a school in Oklahoma.
Jerry Jones.
And they were called niggers, and they were spit on, and they were chased, and they threw rocks at them. Jerry Jones was one of them. He was standing there with the crowd of white people. And now he's your boss. If you're a Dallas Cowboy, he's your boss. That's how recent this was. The people who fought to uphold slavery aren't dead. They're senators and congressmen and football team owners. That's why the Voting Rights Act is gone, because they've been waiting and pushing and planting the seed to ruin any hope you have of ending your oppression until finally that seed gave forth fruit. Is there any more in this video?
Kind of says a little more in this video.
Be outraged at the idea of black and white kids drinking from the same fucking drinking fountains, and there's people are surprised now that this shit is coming back around. People overestimate how long ago this shit was. People, there are people who still vote, who threw fucking rocks at Ruby Bridges, and
that's a fact. Let me show you a few of them. Give me the baseball player.
Come on. There's Jerry Jones in that picture. Circle.
Get bigger for everyone. Ephraim has it right there. You see that circle? Those are those black children trying to go to school. That's it. Trying to go to school. And there's a crowd of white people calling them the N-word, spitting in their face. And that circle is Jerry Jones, who is the owner of the Dallas Cowboys today. He was there. This didn't happen 1,000 years ago. People are still alive who stopped your grandparents from going to school. They're sitting there. They're alive. They run the country now. They're senators and congressmen and presidents. Where the hell do you think Donald Trump was at in 1965? Doing this in 1965. Anything else?
True. Paint the picture of what it was like being a young black man in the South in the 60s.
First, I was hoping that I didn't get drafted by the Atlanta Braves. And woke up that morning, congratulations, you're a member of the Atlanta Braves. And I said, Lord, you didn't hear me.
He said you didn't hear me.
And so they flew me and my mom to L.A. Okay. I worked out at Dodger Stadium.
Okay.
And I ended up signing in Dodger Stadium simply because Hank Aaron promised my mother that he would take care of me as if I was his son. When I signed, I went to Austin, Texas, and my first stop was Little Rock, Arkansas. Whew. and Cito said, "Where you going?" I said, "I'll get me something to eat." He said, "No, you ain't." He said, "You sit down, man. You let one of the white dudes get your food for you because, we can get off the bus." There were times when they wouldn't rent to us in different places. Namely, they wouldn't rent to us in Florida. So we had to stay with a host family. They wouldn't rent to us in, Greenwood, South Carolina. When I was down there playing in '68, we didn't have a TV in our place because we stayed behind Mama's Soul Food Kitchen.
You ate good, though.
Oh, we ate good. and see, we had a cement floor. All the blacks and Latins stayed there together. And one of my teammates, Bob Didier from the South, he's a pretty cool dude. And so I go with his host family to watch TV.
Okay.
They had the sundown law. And I didn't know nothing about this sundown law. That's what you talking about. At 9 o'clock, if you was black, you had to be off the street.
And that's a law.
Gunsmoke would come on, and at 8:45, I had to leave. I never saw the end of Gunsmoke. Member of the Atlanta Braves.
Florida, did you hear that? Greenville, South Carolina. Did you hear how it was back then? Much like it is right now, South Carolina. Much like it is right now, Florida. Now, is this some old man that is so old he can't talk anymore? No, he's not. He's sitting right there, and he was in Florida. He was in Arkansas. He was in Greenville, South Carolina, and he got chased home, and he couldn't even watch the end of a TV show because he had to get home before the sundown law had him lynched. He couldn't go out to get anything to eat. A white player had to get him something to eat, and this man was a professional baseball player when baseball was the biggest sport on the planet, but he couldn't get food. Algún día seres pobre. Algún día seres pobre. Algún día seres la inmigrante. Algún día necesitares la ayuda de un desconocido. One day you're going to need the help of a stranger. One day you will be poor. One day you will be the immigrant. One day. You better remember how you treated other people. You better remember it. Is this so long ago? It's not. It's not so long ago. It just happened. The survivors are sitting across from you at your dinner table. The survivors are staying in some bedroom upstairs. Go talk to them. That's why they struck down the voting rights bill, because they've been waiting to do it, and they did it because they couldn't stand it when the bill got passed, because they hated the fact that there ever was a law stopping you from going outside at night. They hated it. White people didn't die to end slavery. White people died to keep slavery going. That's why they died. White people killed to keep slavery going. They killed hundreds and thousands of U.S. soldiers to keep slavery going. Anything else?
Come on.
Go ahead, play this video.
An immigrant laborer. Your father was an immigrant laborer. Did anybody get up a petition to keep him from working on the railroad?
Not that I know of.
Did anybody try to stop your mother from working in the shirt factory? Your parents came to this country from Italy and were allowed to work as free people. And yet you, a child and beneficiary of that freedom, want to deny the same opportunity to an American whose parents and grandparents and great-grandparents have been in this country for 200 years. Is that right?
This is a movie that came out in the 1950s about Jackie Robinson. And this is white people trying to teach their brethren compassion, misericordia, compassion. El Señor enseñales misericordia. Teach them mercy. He's trying to teach them mercy. Boy, but they don't want to learn that. Let me tell you, you know what's a white invention? The term white people, white pride, white power. You know, we as white people, we need to be able to have pride. That's what that Chud the child molester is saying all over the internet. We need to have pride as white people. The term the belief, the identity of being white only exists so that they can oppress black people. You know what they were before they were called white people? Italians, Irish, Germans, Scottish. What in the hell is this white people garbage? You're from Italy. You're from Germany. You're from Ireland. What is this white people nonsense you're talking about? Oh, you're banding together. Because before blacks and Latinos made you so scared, you said, I'm an Italian American. I'm an Irish American. I'm a German American. I'm a Scottish American. That's what you would say. But the minute you felt so threatened by blacks and Latinos, then you're white now. Now everybody's white now. What the hell does that even mean? What is that? The Italians? The Irish? Because surely the Irish and the Italians killed each other. The British and the Irish killed each other. The Scottish and the British killed each other. The Germans and the British killed each other. So where is this unification of all these races come from? Oh, because you don't want us to get a job. You don't want us to move into a neighborhood. You don't want us to climb out of poverty. So now you're white. Your grandparents were immigrants. Your grandparents came here in the 40s, and you would deny blacks and Latinos the rights who have been here for 200 years. You would deny them that right. El Señor enseñales misericordia. Teach them mercy. Teach them kindness. Teach them. Try. This is what I figured out in my service under Commander General Yohan. The only way you can teach white people mercy is to put them in the position where they need it. Where they need mercy. You know what that proves? Something that you Christians will always and forever be negligent in doing. In the Israelite School of UPK, we teach that white people are going to be slaves one day. When Jesus Christ returns on Judgment Day, white people are going into slavery. White people are going to pick cotton. They're going to cut sugar cane. They're going to dig in gold mines and silver mines. White people are going to be slaves. And in making white people slaves, Jesus Christ is going to achieve something that Martin Luther King could not achieve. When white people become slaves, then we will have equality. Then we'll be equal. Don't you see? We could never be equal without white people being slaves. We could never be. We could never be equal unless white people pick cotton, unless white people cut sugar cane, unless white people dig in gold mines. If they've never suffered as we've suffered, how could we achieve equality? We're going to be equal. Please believe it. We're going to be equal one day. Algún día. Algún día, we're going to be equal one day. When Jesus Christ returns and white people suffer slavery, and when white people are second-class citizens, and when white people serve a black God with all of their heart, all of their soul, and when white people receive no benefit from serving a God that doesn't look like them, then we will have equality. Then we'll be equal. I pray you understand.
So we have the IUIC clips.
Wrap it up. This is something I've been telling. Where's Ibaja at? Is Ibaja around?
He's not here right now, sir.
Oh, Ibaja. Listen, Ibaja is the head of counterintelligence in the Israelite School of UPK. You officers out there, you need some help with counterintelligence. You call Ibaja. He knows your enemy. You call him, and he's an expert on any enemy that you might have. Well, let me explain something to you. I got a few calls. Wait, am I missing something that somebody else called me about? Oh, the terrorist breakdown, right?
Come on.
Okay, Ibaja called me, and this struck my memory. It's something I remember years ago. Do you brothers out there? Where's the Ephraimite trooper? Is he in the room?
Come on.
Is Ephraimite Trooper in the room in headquarters? Or
Okay,
Chicago? Might remember this. Let me see Chicago if they're in the room. When I was coming in the truth, and there were fake Israelite groups, there weren't many back then. But have you ever heard of the wheat and the tares breakdown, Chicago?
Khan on Wakan, sir.
Have you heard people break it down like the wheat and the tares breakdown is like you don't know who's white, you don't know who's African, except everybody?
Khan on Wakan, sir. Most definitely.
Let me tell you something now. The wheat and the tares breakdown is one of the many breakdowns that you stupid fake Israelites that didn't love your brothers and sisters enough to stay in the UPK. That's yet another breakdown that you left before you could get the breakdown on. That stupid ass nasty Nate, if he'd have stayed in the truth another year, he might have learned the wheat and the tares breakdown. But he had to run out of the UPK so fast because he had an African wife who I'm sure was going rotten. Her stink began to reach up so much, he had to get her out the UPK before we smelled his wife. That's why Nate left the UPK, because he had a stinking ass African wife that pushed him out the truth. And I'm sure he knew if he stayed in the school one more week, we'd smell her and know he married an African. Well, the wheat and the tares breakdown is another breakdown that fake Israelites don't understand. If you can play me the IUIC's wheat and the tares breakdown, if you don't mind. And then get on deck the IUIC going to Africa to finally get some good people in their organization. Go ahead.
Why? Because we were left few in number among the nations. Go ahead, come on.
So the servants of the householder came and said unto him, Sir, didst not thou sow good seed in thy fields? From whence then hath it tared?
Right, go ahead, come on.
He said unto them, An enemy hath done this. The servant said unto him, Wilt thou then that we go and gather them up?
An enemy have done this. That goes into that Psalms 83, right? So, but the Lord, you think they just did this contrary to him, he allowed it to happen?
Talk about battle strategy.
Right? Go ahead, come on.
But he said, Nay, lest while ye gather up the tares, ye root up also the wheat with them.
But if you do that, don't try to find them. In the way that he punished us, he preserved us also. Read.
Let both grow together until the harvest.
Come on.
And in the time of the harvest, I will say to the reapers, gather ye together first the tares.
That's why the scripture talks about when he finds those in strange apparel.
Right.
When it says that there'll be nothing will touch us, we'll scarcely be saved in that. They're gonna know.
Right.
The angels will know.
Right.
And they'll know who to grab and who not to grab. Right? Go ahead, come on.
And bind them in bundles to burn them. But gather the wheat into my barn.
So they're going to come to destroy, but also to save those who are called.
Well, first of all, allow me to Nate, where Nate called Latinos spics. What in the hell is a Latino brother doing in the IUIC? Nate hates the Latinos. Nate is on video calling some brother who left the IUIC a spick. How does any Latino that has any self-respect join the IUIC when Nate, Bishop Nasty Nate, who is absolutely a closeted gay man, hates Latinos? Can you imagine being a Latino that joins the IUIC, knowing that your bishop said, get out of here, you spick, and you would join him? Once again, you just don't have any self-respect, which is probably why you became a crooked cop in the first place. This is what the IUIC believes. The IUIC believes that there's no way to know who's black or who's white or who's Latino and who's a Spaniard or who's an African by nature. So we'll just gather everybody in. We don't know what race anyone is. We'll just gather everyone in. And when then Jesus Christ returns, he will sort them out. He will do it. So we don't have to sort them out. God will do it. This is the prevailing breakdown from every Israelite group I have ever heard in my service under Command and General Yohanan. They break down the wheat and the tares like, well, there's no way to know who is black and who is white. So we'll say that Hulk Hogan is a white person. I mean, is black. You know, I've heard that from fake Israelites. Fake Israelites have taught that Hulk Hogan is a black man. Bruce Lee is a black man. Who else is black? Bruce Lee, Hulk Hogan, every Irish person is black. They just make whoever they want black and Latino, mainly black person. They just make them all black people, no matter what they look like, no matter whether or not they say, "Well, my father's white. My father's a white man." Still, you don't know. Let the wheat and the tares grow together. Come on in here with us. We love white people, and we don't want to be in an organization with simply niggers and spicks because we hate them. So we want white people to join our group. We need Africans to join our groups. Otherwise, we will hate our own group if we don't have white people and Africans in our group. This is what every fake Israelite has been doing for the last 20 years. 20 years, you don't believe me? Show me the IUIC doing it. Show me what you have, Ephraim, unless you have something else. If not, I'll break it.
Names. It'll be a
What happened this week? Or last week or 2 weeks ago, the IUIC went on their gospel, their mission to Africa. They went to Africa to finally get some good folks, finally get some real people of God in Africa. They spent their Passover in Africa, in South Africa, out there finally getting people that are not niggers. The IUIC, they made countless tapes telling you, we are not niggers. You see, those UPK men, they're niggers. That's the camp of niggers. We're not niggers. That's what Big Frida of the IUIC says. I forget the name he called himself. His true and natural name is Big Frida. And he hates niggers. We're not a camp of niggers. So what did the IUIC do? To get away from niggers, they went to South Africa. They went to South Africa to get some good, natural black men, the original men. Go ahead and play.
Dumb Israelite camps. I'll give you an example. You got Israelite camps that say Israel is not in Africa. Let's go with that stupid thought just for a second. In 1820, do you not realize over 15,000 slaves from America was brought to Liberia? Over 15, almost 20,000 was sent from America, Canada, Nova Scotia, was sent to Sierra Leone. Stop listening to these unlearned, stupid Israelites with the stupid headbands and a scarf on their head. They stupid as a rock. They dumb as a rock. Don't listen to them.
That is true.
Anymore? Oh, they're so dumb because they don't know about the Liberian settlement of black people from America or the settlement in Sierra Leone from America. Is that what the IUIC is doing? Are they going to Liberia and getting the black people from America? Are they going to Sierra Leone to get the black people that made settlements in Sierra Leone?
Wow.
Where are they going, Ephraim?
They're going to Papua New Guinea.
Yeah. They're going to Papua New Guinea and to South Africa to make sure that they do not get the descendants of slaves in Liberia. To make sure that they do not get the descendants of slaves in West Africa or the descendants of slaves in Sierra Leone. They're on purpose making sure that they do not get the descendants of American slaves. They're going to South Africa. They're going to get the people that killed the people in Sierra Leone. They're going to get the Africans that went to war with the people in Liberia. Don't you know that the real Africans killed and murdered the Liberians who set up cities and towns in Liberia? Slaves that came from the South, they went to Liberia and set up a community in Liberia. And do you know what happened? The Africans killed them. The Africans slaughtered them. And then the Liberians who were from America, who were Israelites, had to fight the Africans. Do you know what the IUIC has done? They have went and joined the people that killed the Liberians, that killed the people of Sierra Leone. Let me show you. Give me them going to South Africa. Is this it right here?
Come on.
Go ahead and play.
If I could real quick, I was wondering if this is one of the stupid headbands he's referring to.
Whenever you're ready. I think I'm wearing one tonight.
Slacker, sir?
I think I'm wearing one of those stupid headbands tonight.
Has a
Come on.
Whenever you're ready, play.
main hub also in Papua New Guinea.
And like it says in Deuteronomy 28, the 33rd verse, another nation will come up and eat the fruit of thy land. What is that going into? Your resources, like gold. They came here and they're mining gold from the people of South Africa's land, and they don't even get to benefit from it.
As well as Deuteronomy 28 and 43, where the stranger would.
They're in Papua New Guinea. And they're saying they're here mining gold of the people in South Africa. Nasty ass Nate, who has tasted a penis before. He knows the flavor of penis. He knows what penis tastes like. He is saying, well, don't you know the people from slaves came and started in Sierra Leone and started in Liberia? And where does he send his purple men? South Africa, which were the enemies of the people that came from America. How do I know that? There was a woman named Queen Victoria. Look her up, please. There was a woman named Queen Victoria. And Queen Victoria, one day, this is when the British Empire was stretching their empire all over Africa, everywhere in Africa. And there was a tribe called the Dahomey tribe. The Dahomey tribe were slavers. They were not the people from America who started in West Africa and Sierra Leone and Liberia. They were the people killing and enslaving the people in Sierra Leone, the people in Liberia. And the people from Dahomey were in South Africa. And they went and slaughtered this tribe in West Africa, whose name literally means the Jews. That was the name of this tribe. And they were in West Africa, and the name of their tribe translates into the Jews. Well, the Dahomey tribe went and killed all of them, killed everyone in their royal family. But the Dahomey tribe was allies and business partners with Great Britain, allies and business partners with Queen Victoria. So instead of killing the entire royal family of this so-called African royal family that were called the Jews in West Africa, they kept one girl alive. And they sent this girl to Queen Victoria as a gift. Queen Victoria saw this girl and said, this is terrible. This is disgusting. Because Queen Victoria hated the practice of slavery, though she would still take the money from slavers. But she refused to allow slavery in Great Britain and in England. England ended slavery 100 years before America did. Queen Victoria hated slavery. She wanted to end it. Eventually, she did. She took this little girl and she says, I can't take a person as a gift. She took this girl and adopted this girl and made her part of her royal family. Queen Victoria had more mercy than the purple pigs of the IUIC, your baby mother's favorite Israelite group. She took this child and adopted her. Do you have the story, Anita? I just described it to you.
Come on.
Please, I'm sorry. Go ahead whenever you're ready.
Queen Victoria famously fostered, educated, and became the godmother of Sarah Forbes Bonetta, a Yoruba girl who was orphaned in a slave hunting raid and held captive in West Africa.
Who held her captive? Do you have that? Who killed her family? The South Africans, the Dahomey tribe. The term Dahomey might jog your memory because they did a movie about the Dahomey tribe called The Woman King, whatever the hell that means. They used to call it a queen, but I don't know what the hell a woman king is. Because queens have ruled the earth for the majority of Europe, have been ruled by queens, namely Queen Victoria, Queen Elizabeth, Queen Isabella. Queens have always ruled the planet Earth. But somehow when they want black women to support a movie, she's a woman king. Well, the Dahomey tribe are the people from South Africa that enslaved the Israelites that were dwelling in Africa for a time, killed them and murdered them. That's what happened. The IUIC is teaching them, bringing the Dahomey tribe into the IUIC, bringing the Papua New Guineas into the IUIC. They're bringing the enemies of your great-grandmother into the IUIC. Why? Give me them hating niggers. Do you have that?
Come on.
Whenever you're ready. Why are they doing that? Because the IUIC can't stand black people. They hate you. They're crooked cops, and a crooked cop spends all his time hating the people he has to arrest. He can't stand you. They go to Africa the same way you black women go to Ghana, because you had every penis in America. So now you're like, I can't stand these American black men. Let me go to Ghana and get a good man. Any black woman going to Ghana is paying for dick. She's trading in her American dollars for Ghana money, and she's getting a man in Ghana because that man in Ghana is having sex with your giant crab-eating ass because you have American money. That is it. That is why he's having sex with you, because he needs to get his immigration straight. And you have money. Don't you ever tell me that a black woman is not willing to spend her money on a man. I don't want to hear that shit. You're going to hand your money over here, because if not, you would take every dollar that you have, turn it into Ghana money, which is, I'm assuming, pebbles and sticks and bottle caps. And you would go over there and buy penis in Ghana. You would go do it. What do you have for me, please, Ephraim?
Salaki, sorry, I don't have that clip ready.
Oh, Jesus. Everybody has this in the UPK. Give me, someone send Ephraim. They hate niggers. We hate niggers. We're not a nigger camp. Someone in the UPK will have that with Big Frida on it. Well, what's the point of all of this? The point is that the IUIC cannot stand black people. They don't trust black people. They go to Ghana to get the pure person who's not a gangbanger, who's not a criminal, who's not some old filthy spick. Do you have the one where Nate called them spicks? Baji didn't send you any of this?
I got that one, sir.
Play that, please. Because this will explain why they're in South Africa.
Female.
Yes.
You are. Posing as a female.
Yes.
The conquistador doing that. Posing as a female on Facebook and saying, yeah, I am IOIC, putting up incriminating pictures of us.
Right.
I am this, I am that. You think you slick? You know
Okay.
you.
All of a sudden, these memes come up where
the weasel?
That's right. Okay. The conquistador.
Yes. Wow. And guess what, Wetback? We know who you are too. You ain't going to escape. God got your judgment for you, because you always been a nobody. All right.
Stop. Guess what, Wetback? Guess what, Wetback? Are you telling me a Latino joins the IUIC? When they get angry at you, they call you a wetback? I don't know where your pride is, Doc. I don't know where your courage is. Just know this. No queremos cobardes en nuestro compañeros. We don't want any cowards in our camp. Just know that. You want to be a coward, you got to go let someone call you a wetback, and then you go join them. You Latinos in the IUIC, why do you think they're in South Africa? Because you're a stinking wetback. And the IUIC, I can guarantee, supports Donald Trump secretly. I can guarantee it, that they secretly support Donald Trump because they hate wetbacks. They can't stand you. The IUIC goes to Africa and goes to South Africa and enlists the Dahomey tribe. One time, the IUIC went to some cat named General Butt Naked. General Butt Naked is a South African cannibal. Of the same people that were killing and eating the true Israelites that spent their time in Africa. He was killing and eating them. The IUIC went over there and met with him and tried to recruit him into their organization, a South African cannibal who was eating the Liberians. Eating them. Well, but I'm trying to, everything I just said is fact, and you really can't refute it because it's absolute fact. It's absolute unrefutable, irrefutable fact. But what I would like to explain to you is why the IUIC hates black people. Because they don't understand what the parable of the root of the wheat and the tares is actually about. The IUIC, along with every fake Israelite group, believes that the wheat and the tares breakdown is about one day, white people might just join your organization. You don't know what they are. So just let them join. Don't worry about it. Don't care if Africans join your organization. One day on Judgment Day, God will sort them all out. You're a goddamn liar. No white man is allowed to join the UPK. Never. We're sorting you out. Right. We're sorting you out tonight. You're not joining this school. If we think you're an African, you can't join. If we think you're a white man, you cannot join this group. We will sort you out. How in the hell now are you going to now be so indiscriminate when this entire organization is about the uplifting of blacks and Latinos? Now you will be so careless to go uplift another nation. If you will uplift the other nations, then what is the point of even having an Israelite group? Why not just join the Christian church? Some of them might be Israelites. Maybe Donald Trump is an Israelite. He might be an Israelite. God will sort him out on Judgment Day. Maybe the Ku Klux Klan are Israelites. Maybe Christians who are white supremacists, maybe one day we'll find out that they're Israelites. Don't you know that good men have died to make sure that the influence of other nations did not come into the body of Christ? Don't you know that the monks of old gave their life? They died after the Council of Nicene, the Council of Chalcedon, when they refused to allow Roman influence, the Romans into the school. Don't you know that the original true Christians that followed Jesus Christ were being killed by the Romans because they refused to mix with the other nations? They could have saved their lives. If the original Christians who refused to mix with the Italians, refused to mix with the other nations, they didn't have to ever get killed if they thought like the IUIC. If they said, well, let them all grow together. Let everybody grow together. Let them all grow together. We'll sort it out on Judgment Day. Then why did those men die? Why did they refuse to allow people who were not of the seed of Israel to congregate with them? Don't you know Peter would not even meet with Cornelius? He would not meet with him because he was a sinner, because he was not adherent to the law of God. He wouldn't even meet with an Israelite who was influenced by the other nation. Do you think that they would meet with an actual man who was another nation? No, we will sort them out. We'll do it. So then what is the parable of the wheat and the tares about? What is it about then? Something that the IUIC refuses. Something that every fake Israelite and every Christian thinks is a small thing, but something that is primero in the UPK, something that is first in the UPK. The wheat and the tares breakdown is about trusting your brother. Trusting. You can't have this brotherhood if we can't trust each other. We can't be suspicious of one another. We can't have one eye watching our brother thinking that he's evil. The wheat and the tares breakdown is about brothers trusting each other. It is not about accepting all races and letting God sort it out on Judgment Day to figure out who's an Israelite and who's not. I'm going to break it down for you. Whenever you're ready.
Matthew 13:24. Another parable put he forth unto them, saying, the kingdom of heaven is likened unto a man which sowed good seed in his field. But while men slept, his enemy came and sowed tares among the wheat and went his way. But when the blade was sprung up and brought forth fruit, then appeared the tares also.
Here's the parable. A good man, he sows good seed. He plants good seed in his field. But while he is asleep, an enemy comes and he plants weeds in his field. But the good man doesn't know about it. He doesn't know. He was asleep, and an enemy came and did it. Then when he wakes up, his good seed sprouts up, but a tare is a weed. A tare grows up right mixed in with his good seed. So he has good wheat growing, but there's a weed growing right next to his wheat. And he goes, damn, how'd this get here? Enemy came in at night and planted this seed, planted this wheat, this weed among my wheat. Keep going.
So the servants of the householder came and said unto him, Sir, didst not thou sow good seed in thy field?
So his gardeners came, and when they see all the weeds growing, they say, damn, where did these weeds come from? Where did they come from? Oh, Kazakai Ma sent it to me, Ak. I'm going to send it to you. We'll give it after this breakdown, all right? The gardeners say, look at all these weeds mixed in with this good corn or this good wheat that we're growing. Where did they come from? Go ahead.
From whence then hath it tares? He said unto them, an enemy hath done this.
Who did it?
An enemy hath done this.
Who did it?
An enemy hath done this.
You see, you stupid purple pig homos, penis sampling purple pigs. You're like every other fake Israelite, every other Christian. An enemy put them in your field. An enemy has sowed these tares among the wheat. An enemy has done it. Keep going.
The servant said unto him, wilt thou then that we go and gather them up?
The servant said, Master, should we go and rip out all of these weeds? Get rid of them? Go ahead.
But he said, nay. Lest,
he said, what?
Nay.
He said, no. Go, keep going.
Lest while ye gather up the tares, ye root up also the wheat with them.
You see, if you go out and you start ripping up those weeds, you might tear up the corn. You might tear up the wheat. No, don't tear up the weeds. Keep going.
Let both grow together until the harvest.
Let the weeds and the corn grow together until the harvest comes. Keep going.
And in the time of harvest, I will say to the reapers, gather ye together first the tares, and bind them in bundles to burn them.
And in the time of harvest, I will tell the reapers, first go in there and get those weeds out of my field. Bind them together and burn them. Keep going.
But gather the wheat into my barn.
The wheat, after that, then gather that wheat, put it into my barn. I'm taking it home. You see, when the fake Israelites read this, they say, okay, this means that there are some white people in our organization, but we don't know. But we ain't worried about it because Jesus Christ will sort them out. There are some Africans who are real Africans, not the descendants of slaves who moved to Africa, but real Africans. But we're not worried about it. It's okay. So we can go to Papua New Guinea, South Africa, Spain, Portugal, wherever. We'll just get whoever wants to come and wear a purple shirt. We'll accept them because we know in the end, God will sort them out. You do not understand brotherhood. And that's why all of you purple pigs hate each other. And that's why you hate black people. This precept is not telling you to grow together with white people. It's telling you to trust each other, love each other. Don't be skeptical of one another. Don't do that. How do you know it? Now I'm going to break this precept down from the beginning. There'll be no way to refute what I'm saying. It will be impossible. It will absolutely be impossible. Keep going. Start from the top.
Khan. Select. The kingdom, another parable put he forth unto them, saying, the kingdom of heaven is likened unto a man which sowed good seed in his field.
What's this parable? You're out there and you are teaching Israelites of the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. You're teaching them. You're sincere in teaching them. You're out there to help people. You're not out there to hurt someone. You're out there to do God's work. Keep going.
But while men slept, his enemy came.
What does it mean while men slept? Meaning you weren't thinking about this. You know, when you're out there trying to raise up Israelites, you're out there fishing. You're not thinking about a particular danger. You're not thinking about something that always happens, but you're not considering it. You're asleep to this. You're unaware of this. Keep going.
His enemy came.
Who came?
Sucky General in New York, they call that lacking, sir.
You're lacking. That's correct. You were lacking. Correct. Keep going.
While men slept, his enemy came.
Who came?
His enemy came.
Who came?
His enemy came.
If a white man joins your organization and he doesn't know he's a white man, then who's the enemy that put him in your organization? If an African joins your Israelite group and he doesn't know he's an African, then who's the enemy that put him in your Israelite group? No enemy put the Africans in your group. You went to fucking Papua New Guinea and taught the Africans. You went to South Africa in specific and you taught butt naked, General Butt Naked. What enemy put him in there? Oh, I know a scenario. Have you ever heard of COINTELPRO? Have you ever heard of that? You know, that's a government-sanctioned operation that has been around since the Israelite School of UPK has existed, where the government sends people in your organization and they join your organization, but they're not there sincerely. You're teaching them sincerely. Your heart is open to help every Black person, every Hispanic. But this Black person was sent here by the FBI, sent here by the government. How did the Black Panthers fall? COINTELPRO. Some Black men who were in the Black Panthers were actually in the employ of J. Edgar Hoover and the FBI. Your enemies sent them in there. Your enemies sent them in. Some of the people in your group aren't there to learn. They're in the employ of America, of the FBI, of the government. They're there to destroy your organization. But you are lacking. You don't realize it because your heart is pure. You just want brothers. You just want to teach. But your enemy is sending brothers in there to destroy you. Keep going.
Colonel Khan. And sowed tares among the wheat and went his way.
So he went and he sent paid agents. We had some in Minnesota. We had some in Indianapolis. I talked to the FBI agents after some brother says, you know, the FBI sent me into the school to get intelligence on you. But then you changed my heart. And I told them I can't do this anymore. That has happened. I think it happened in Indianapolis. I think you brothers might remember it. Some brother came into school like in Indianapolis. He said an FBI agent would give me bus fare every week to come to school in Indianapolis. I would get my bus fare from an FBI agent. They paid for me to come to class every week. You know what we said in the UPK? We didn't know. We weren't even thinking about it. We were asleep. But then the brother, as he begins to go to school, he begins to say, these brothers are righteous. They're not terrorists. They're not drug dealers. They're not lying to Black people to gain. They're not harming anyone. And then the brother will come and confess to us that the FBI paid him to go to class. There are countless brothers in this school that can tell you this story. This is a true story. It absolutely happened. It's what destroyed the Black Panthers, destroyed the Nation of Islam, destroyed them because some of your members are not sincere. An enemy has put them in your organization. This has also happened to the Israelite School of UPK. However, we're not worried about it. We don't care about it. Keep going.
Colonel Khan. But when the blade was sprung up and brought forth fruit, then appeared the tares also.
Then when the school begins to grow, they see wait a minute. Some people in here are spies. Some people in here are working for the government. The school starts to grow, it springs up. And then we start to wonder, wait a minute, somebody in here is not sincere. Some of you work for the government. Keep going.
So the servants of the householder came and said unto him, Sir, didst not thou sow good seed in thy field?
They say, Lord, didn't you fish people who were sincere about joining this group? Keep going.
From whence then hath it tares?
Then where are these spies coming from that work for the government, that work for the FBI? How did they get in here? Keep going.
He said unto them, An enemy hath done this.
Who did it?
An enemy hath done this.
They came in because we don't know their nation and they don't know what race their grandfather is.
An enemy hath done this.
Don't you stupid purple pigs know? Someone put them in. An enemy sent them in. And you know what you want to do? You want to tear them out. Get rid of them. That's just like these men. These men said, let's pluck them out. Let's get rid of them. Read that part.
Khan. The servant said unto him, Wilt thou then that we go and gather them up?
Do you want us to gather them up? Do you want us to go in there and find out who is sent in here by an enemy? Do you want us to find out who it is? Do you know what the IUIC does? You have to sign a non-disclosure agreement to join their group. They want to see your ID. Someone who has ever joined the IUIC, who left that group, come into the chat and tell me that they asked to see your ID, that they ask you to sign a non-disclosure agreement, that they want to run a background check on you before you join the IUIC. And then I want you to tell me why. Why did they do that? Why does the IUIC force their members to sign a non-disclosure agreement? Why does the IUIC want to run your ID before you can come to class? Is there anyone in the chat that knows what I'm talking about? I'll have a drink for a second and then I'll see if anyone knows. Let me see. They, the police. That's correct, Shiratazar. Yeah. If you join the IUIC, they want to see your driver's license. They want to take your driver's license and they'll hold your driver's license and run your driver's license. Facts, General Mahayaman. Sir, brother Titus, an ex-member of the IUIC, verify what you're saying. Yes. They do check your ID. In the IUIC, you join in, they say, where you coming from? Let me see your ID. Let me check your ID first. Let me do a background check on you before we can let you come in there. Some brothers have said that they come in there and they say, do you have anyone in the ISUPK on your friends list? You cannot come to class. That is an actual thing that they do. If they find out that you have friends in your friends list from the ISUPK, you cannot join the IUIC. Now I want you to make me understand this. Why do the members of the IUIC make you sign a non-disclosure agreement? Why do they check your ID, your driver's license, before they allow you to come to class? Why do they find out if you have ever watched an ISUPK class? And if they find out you have, they will not allow you to come to their class. What's the reason? It says because they are feds, but you got to bring me home. Bring me to the root of it, to the reason that Jesus Christ is saying, let them grow together.
And Salaki said, a quick heads up, it's 10:08. Just for time check on that.
Salaki crossed the line, cruzar la lienda. I'll wrap it up as fast as I can. Cross the line, all right? Can I tell you, brothers? Because the IUIC doesn't trust any of their members because they're worried about people who are sent in there to hurt them. They don't trust you. If you're in the IUIC, they do not trust you. They think that someone has sent you in there. They don't trust their own people. Correct, sister. They don't trust you. So when you join, they go, where are you coming from? Did the ISUPK send you in here? Is that why you're in here? Give me your driver's license. Let me run your background. Let me sign this non-disclosure agreement. They don't trust their own people. They're trying to root out anyone who was sent in by an enemy. They don't follow Jesus Christ because we don't do that in the ISUPK. We don't do that. We don't give a damn if an enemy sent you in here. Who cares? It's more important to us that we trust all of our people. Trust, Doc. Trust is what the wheat and the tare scripture is about. Don't show a good man that you don't trust him because you're so worried about a bad man. You're so worried about someone that was sent into your group by an enemy that you're going to not trust a man who's sincere and here to learn. Don't worry about that brother who was sent in here by an enemy. Don't care if he's here to do harm because you might hurt a brother who doesn't want to show you his ID to learn about God, who knows you don't trust him because you're forcing him to sign a non-disclosure agreement because you're so afraid about spies. You're going to hurt good people trying to find bad people. You're going to hurt good brothers and sisters because you're so terrified of who is sent in here to spy on you. Stop being such a cobarde. Stop being such a coward. You're going to hurt a good person because you're afraid of a bad person. Trust. Brothers and sisters, all of us grew up somewhere where you can't trust your mother. You can't trust your brothers and sisters. You can't trust your father. We found a sanctuary in here where we are going to trust each other. We're going to do it. If there are spies in here, let them be in here. The government sent you in here, let them send you in here. I'm not going to hurt someone that the government did not send in here trying to find you. I'm not going to make some poor brother give me his ID and treat him like he's a spy because I'm looking for someone who is a spy. I'm going to do no harm. I'm not going to hurt someone who's a good person because I'm so worried about someone who was sent in here to be a bad person. Let them all grow together. Teach them all. Teach all of them. Give them all the Bible. Give them all the doctrine. Give them all kindness. Give the spies kindness. Give the spies brotherhood. Give the spies your trust. Give them your trust. Give it to the spies like you give it to the sincere, because then you'll make sure to never hurt a good person. Keep reading.
Come. But he said, nay, lest while ye gather up the tares, ye root up also the wheat with them. Let both grow together until the harvest.
Until the what?
Until the harvest.
Until there's a time when the harvest will come. Then the entire God will sort out. Did you come into the truth to really change? Or did some enemy pay you to come in here to hurt us? The harvest is coming. Now, I've just broke this down to you. Who gave this parable, Ephraim?
Christ.
Who gave this parable?
Christ.
Who gave this parable?
Christ.
Now, I'm doing a parable about a person who was sent into a group, not because he was sincere, but because he was sent in there by an enemy. What does Jesus Christ know about that? I would like the chat room to break it down for me. What could possibly Jesus Christ be talking about? You got 11 sincere brothers, but one brother is not sincere. In actuality, an enemy has sent him in here. An enemy has sent him in here. His payment is 30 pieces of silver. And he's not in here to learn like Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. He's here to destroy us. He's here to kiss me on the cheek so I can be killed. Who is this? Just like Judas. Judas is what the parable of the wheat and the tares is about. Jesus Christ knew that Judas was sent in there by the Pharisee to have him killed. He knew it. What did he do? He took a piece of bread and broke it and handed it to his disciples and said, "This is my body, which I break for you for the new covenant. This is the blood, which is wine. Drink it, for I shed it for you." He gave Judas bread and wine. That's what he did. And he knew that day. He said, "One of you will betray me." He knew Judas was a spy, sent into his disciples by the Sadducee and Pharisee to kill him. He knew it. He still broke his bread. He still gave Judas bread to eat and wine to drink at the Last Supper. You know why? Because he didn't want to hurt the other brothers. He didn't want to hurt them. So he let Judas grow among them. He saw who Judas was when Judas didn't want him to have his feet anointed with oil by the woman who saw his suffering, that saw he was about to die. And Judas objected. He saw just who he was. He knew who Judas was. He let him grow with the other disciples. He didn't remove him. At the day, the Last Supper, when he said, "One of you will betray me. The one who I pass my cup to will betray me." He knew Judas was a spy and a traitor. He still gave him wine. He still gave him the bread of his body and the wine of his blood. Do you know why IUIC? You don't know IUIC. One West, you know. Why didn't Jesus Christ just root out Judas and kick him out? Why didn't Jesus Christ just, make Judas sign a non-disclosure agreement and make Judas show his ID? Why didn't they go follow Judas and in a car and spy on him and see who he was talking to? The same way the IUIC wants to go through all of your friends list and see who your Facebook friends are. Why didn't Jesus Christ search out Judas, find him, and get rid of him? Why didn't he do it? One West, answer me. I'm short with time, UPK.
Because he was going to let the Most High do it.
No. That's not, if you ever said that, ain't missing the point. Letting the Most High do it. That's not the point. So it's not what he's trying to teach you. And he said it explicitly right here. He did not. Come on.
A while ago, you said it will harm the other brother, sir.
That's the reason. Brotherhood. One West. Brotherhood. One West. Carnelismo is why he didn't do it. Carnelismo. Amor vencera al odio. Amor venceras al odio. Carnelismo es un arma. That's why he didn't do it. For brothers. He's not going to go and search out Judas and make all the brothers suspicious, make all the brothers not trust each other. He says, just let Judas be in the school because the harvest time is coming. You know what happened during the time of harvest? What happened to Judas? When the harvest time came, Judas got his 30 pieces of silver and then hung himself. The harvest was in. Once the harvest came, everyone knew that Judas was a fucking evil traitor sent into the 12 disciples to find out who Jesus Christ was to have him killed. They knew. They knew then. He didn't raise them to not trust each other. He didn't raise them to be suspicious of one another. If you want to truly understand the parable of the sower, you trust your brothers. Trust them. You extend to them your innocence. You don't learn to get innocence in the UK. You learn to embrace your innocence. You become as what? Who can blow my mind with the answer? You become as what in the UPK? Bring me home, brothers and sisters. Show me I'm not wasting my time. You join the school, you join the UPK, you become as what?
One bot. I'm going to say one bot.
No. 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 Anyone in headquarters? No. You become, two more and then I'm giving you the goddamn answer. You become no, not one. You become as what? Who said this? Who said that?
Give back what you stole now.
Give back what you stole now. Be indeed sure. You become as a child. And children trust everybody. That's what children do. Children are not suspicious. Children trust. And if you join the UPK, you become as a little child. You don't have to be suspicious. You don't need people to show you our IDs. We don't even know what your slave name is here. We don't write down slave names in the UPK. We have a list of members. There are 0 slave names on any list we have in the school. Commanding General Yohana does not allow it. He does not allow any piece of paper to have your slave name on it. It is not allowed in here. We don't know who you were before you joined the school. We don't know. We just know who you are right now because we have become as little children. Are we afraid to be little children? Are we afraid to be innocent, to be trusting of each other, to be trusting of every brother that comes into school? Are we afraid to be little children? We are not. Why aren't we afraid, One West? Why aren't we afraid to become as little children? Let me question. I would like you to get it right. Me gustaría, I would like that. Why aren't we afraid to be as little children? Why aren't we afraid to trust you the way a child would trust someone? Why aren't we afraid? I'll take anyone. Ten seconds. I'm sorry, across the line. I'm wrapping it. I'm terrible at this, and I'm going to give you a apology. You too, Ephraim. I apologize. Give me a
perfect love cast off here.
Say again.
Perfect love cast off here.
No. Why aren't we afraid? No, not because Christ ordered us. Give me the perfect answer. There is an answer that cannot be refuted because we know that we are safe here. That's true, but that's not the perfect answer. Why are we not afraid to be like little children, to trust like little children? Because little children trust their father will always protect them. Why do we believe we can trust? That we're not afraid of who might hurt us, of who might betray us, of who might be sent in by an enemy to hurt us. Why aren't we afraid of it? Come on, you. Come on, brothers and sisters. Come on. Ephraim, tell me when to just give the answer. When can we do it? No. Ephraim, now or what?
Sir.
Because we know that angels watch over us. And we know that whoever harms one of these little children, it would be as if a millstone was tied around his neck and he was thrown in the river. We know that God watches over these little children. We know that. We know angels are watching us. We know angels protect us. We know we have protection, so we don't have to make you sign a non-disclosure agreement. We don't have to take your ID, because if you ever harm one of these little children who do the will of my Father which is in heaven, it would be better for you that a millstone was tied around your neck and you be thrown in a river. If you harm someone in the UPK, God is going to treat you like a child molester. God is going to treat you and give you what a child molester deserves. Knowing that, we trust everyone. I pray you understand. Leso entendimientos. I got good to go here.
Sir.
Good to go here. That's all I can do for you, Aki. My apologies. Cross the line. Send me a cash app. I'll straighten you out nice and proper. You too, Ephraim. Whoever else I'm holding over, too late.
All too wild, sir.
Anytime you're ready. My apologies. Cross the line. Liena.
Pass the class over to Priest Officer Shagapan.
Khan, shalom in Christ, sir. Can you hear me?
I hear you fine, Ward.
Khan, so just gotta make one quick announcement for Officer Yatazar.
When you closing out, can you just play the video with the IUIC is showing you that they hate black people?
Little brother. Come on, sir.
Go ahead.
All right, before we go, Officer Yatazar, in regards to his raffle, for anyone that had purchased a raffle from Officer Yatazar during Passover, after Passover, please text Officer Yatazar at 347-941-4541. This is very important for anyone that bought a raffle from Officer Yatazar for his raffle that he had going for Yatazar's apparel. Please text Officer Yatazar at 347-941-4541. With that, Men of Israel, Amadim, which means to stand. Men of Israel, we're going to give one courtesy salute to the teacher, Men of Israel. Amadim Shabbat. Amadim. Barak.
Yahweh Shem Yahushua Barakatah.
Yajmatah. Man, we're going to start, turn and face the sisters. Sisters in the zones that are watching. Amadim, which means to stand. Men of Israel. Amadim Shabbat. Amadim. Barak. And with that, shalom, sir. We're going to play that video that you wanted.
So what? I appreciate it. Salam.
Come on, sir.
I want all y'all to come here. He said, hell no. He going to be the one in prison if he don't change himself. He think it's cool telling grown men, hell no. Where your father at? Hey, y'all come here for a minute, bro. These little monsters running the community, man. And y'all want to get these little boys some damn food stamps? Y'all want to get them wick? These monsters. Every last one of them just down there cusses out. He's still sticking his middle finger up at grown men. Who gonna control these damn little monsters?
Ready? Yes. I'm gonna say, I Majim Shabbat, like this. Good. I Majim. Again, I Majim Shabbat. I Majim. When I say Barak, right here. This one. There you go. Good. I say Barak, then I say Yahweh. 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 Good job. Yahweh. Bahashem. Good job. Yahweh Shah. Barak. Thumb. Good job. Again. Go here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Damn right. All right, clap it up. Good job. I'm gonna get them back later though.
Well, you know black is a color, right? Nah, but really, you're a Jew. From the tribe of Judah, you're an Israelite. Okay? Just know that. Have you ever seen the Bible? You ever heard of the Bible? You don't have a Bible in your house? When you go home, ask your mom to get a Bible. King James Version. Ask her to read it to you.
shit. No, check the one I sent you. I think I sent you right. Hmm. You hear me? Oh, it's the one with Big Frida on it. I sent you right here. Big Frida sitting right up on the thumbnail. You don't see her. God damn, hold on a second. Hold on, I'm looking at it that I sent it to you. I sent it and maybe it's too big. Hold on one second. Maybe I might have to send it to you. I'm gonna send you on Messenger, all right? So you can play it for everyone. They'll have it. They'll have it when they. There you go. I just sent it to you on Messenger, Ephraim, all right? The brothers can have it, afterwards. Oh shit! I know shit. So okay. All right, get it on. I'm gone.